Oh my goodness. Hi, friends. Welcome to, I think it's Monday, November 7th, 2022. We are, okay, so just so you're all aware, I am on a laptop right now with a cam on my TV monitor.
Doohickey.
So if I look a little weird,
Dingamajig.
that's why. And we're going to have a little bit of trouble with clips tonight. So just in advance, I'm just letting everybody know that you got to bear with me a little bit because my new Mac Studio is coming next week. And
Humble
I'm
brag.
really excited to have it.
Did you say you have it? Wait, did you say you have a new Mexican next Saturday?
Yes.
Oh.
Sí. Ay, este
He's
mono
going to be
me está
running the
muy
show
Cut
for
out,
us.
cut out.
Yes, he's going to be editing the show for us. He'll be our new producer.
Yes. Ay, Chihuahua.
Danny
Miss
Trio.
Monique. Miss Monique,
El
this is
yo-yo
too
es muy
tough.
grande.
Miss Monique. Okay, so no. So it's gonna be a little
No.
weird.
Taco Monday.
No, it's gonna be a little weird because I can't get my shit together tonight. And I
Shocking.
was just telling the guys, I literally have 3 fucking mices,
Mises.
mices, and none of them are working. And these little stupid fucking gazintas that are supposed to go into the USB port of this stupid fucking laptop are not working either.
You know what that's called, Monique?
What?
A doggle?
A dongle. It's a dongle.
Yeah. Because
I
I
like
needed
Doggle
one.
better.
I needed
Doggle.
one for something. It was crazy. It was so expensive. It was more expensive than the actual headphones it came with. I swear to God.
Mises. Yeah, I know. And so I had them all in a drawer, my drawer of junk, and I just
Drawer?
kept popping one in and a drawer, and I just kept popping one in and then another and then another and then another. But you know what? It's okay because I was able to then put up the webcam because I look like dick on the
What?
You look like
what's
Robert
going
Smith now. That's
Sure.
what you look like. Show me how you do that trick.
Marlon has a mouse problem. Yes, of course she does. Of course she does. Okay, so yeah, so I'm working with just the pad on the computer, whatever. So it's just a shit show tonight. So just know that coming into the show that it is a shit show. Also, what we're doing new for today is some of you fuckers are always complaining about how we're supposed to be doing a wrap-up show of sorts and that we don't really wrap the show up. So you know what?
Oh,
You're getting
we don't.
exactly
That's
what
not
you
what we
want
do.
tonight.
Well, no, we wrap it up. It's a big steamy pile of shit. We put a bow on it. I mean,
So you're
really
getting
not
what you
good.
wanted tonight. You are.
If you
And
want
what
a
I'm gonna
dumpster fire, DM me. I'll give you a dumpster fire.
exactly. So I'm gonna do majority rule tonight. And we are going look at this. Hey Xavier,
Hey Bernie,
look
how
at
you
Bernie.
doing, bro?
Hey, another episode ruined.
Fan club.
Who the fuck is
Dennis
Bernie?
must feel really good about this because it used to be Dennis that ruined like every show, and then before Dennis, it was John that ruined every
Yeah,
fucking show.
Every
that's
show.
And then,
me.
then naturally, it was me
Hello.
that ruined every show, and so yeah, so
Hey, all I can
But
say
don't
is
forget
the
Grace.
planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
yeah. So okay,
Oh.
so here
Yeah, we
we
got to
are
keep
in-
the chat. We got to keep the chat. It's entertaining the shit out of me right now.
Yeah, I know. The Bon Jovi will ruin shows. Bon Jovi does not ruin shows.
No,
if
he does not.
If he heard that, he would be devastated.
Well, what it is, Mo,
You
is
just said
he
it out
ruined-
loud.
Mo, he actually
Yes.
does ruin the show, but it's 18-hour lag. So
Exactly.
Oh, so
so
it'll be
his
ruined
you
ruination.
won't know about him ruining the show until tomorrow
That's
afternoon.
exactly right. So yeah, so I am looking forward to my my new Mac, which I'm excited to play with and enjoy.
Latest.
And I also told the
From
boys
toe to
that
Major
I don't
Tom.
need a green. Shut up, Xavier. I don't need a green screen because I have this blue.
It's called chroma key. Can we get
Okay,
the verbiage correct? Thank you.
So because I have this horrible blue paint down here, that allows me to actually do green screen stuff.
You can chroma key any color.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do, and it's solid. It's solid blue shit. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let me get this mic out of my head.
Melvin, you son of a bitch!
Oh,
No.
Melvin,
No.
that was kind of laryngitis more than anything else, man. I'll be honest.
Talking
From
this-
Beantown.
How come Melvin? How come you never? What do you?
Benjamin. Oh my God.
What
The newest comment, Benjamin.
a mouse done
Mel-
bit the system Mo and Whitey's on the moon?
Why the terrorists hate us, Benjamin? Now,
So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my glasses on. Oh
Hey, Bobby.
Hey Bobby KC Govinelli. Hi,
Hey,
sweetheart.
hey.
Hi, baby.
my
I wore this
favorite
T-shirt for
punter
you. I
squash
wore a
quarterback.
Queen T-shirt just for Bobby tonight.
Oh, there you go.
Look,
Galileo.
look at Bon. Not nice saying I ruined shit.
Oh, bro, get used to it.
Yeah, exactly. Join the club.
It's a relay race of ruining.
Exactly.
Ruination.
Ruination,
Okay,
yeah.
so here's what we're gonna do tonight, guys. So I have like 15 or 16 clips, which I sent to you this afternoon.
Yes.
And I think we're gonna do majority rules because it is basically the whole
This will
show
go
and a
well.
little bits and pieces of what went on during the show. So what we're gonna
Yes,
do
Whiskers has
is
syphilis, this Hooper.
with syphilis. Why does Whiskers why are we talking about that? If Monique uses a black
And Hooper
screen,
always has a nice little zinger for
if Monique
Whiskers.
uses a black screen for chroma key, she'll disappear.
No, just smile and clap. We'll know you're there.
Oh, you guys are assholes. You really are. You're such dicks.
Dang,
It's a
it was
tough
quite the
crowd.
crowd.
Tough crowd. Okay, so we're gonna start with our first clip, and the show basically started with Howard on with that guy. What's his name? Rooster.
Rooster
And-
Cyber.
Oh, that
Yeah.
mongoloid.
Yeah, and so Rooster apparently is like he's fairly large, but he's fairly large on YouTube and on Reddit or TikTok or some shit
Right
like
on,
this.
good for him.
I don't know. I don't follow him, but he had some stupid thing about trying to get in with Walmart and blah, 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 blah. And so
What do you mean,
anyway,
like physically getting in through the doors.
you know what? Details are hazy. He was just
That was a
talking
fat joke.
about
Sorry, that
as
went
a
over your head.
creator.
Oh no.
reminds
some
me of
butter on
first
those.
Black- reminds me of first
that
Black
gut, maybe
Friday.
you'll squeeze through.
Okay, yes, you're right. It's not Gunk without interruptions. You know what? I have to tell you, I sent the guys an email last week because I was in just such a bad state. My computer was fucked up. I was trying to download. Oh, here. Okay, see how he ruins the show.
It accidentally got deleted.
And so I know, Bon, I know, but I sent a note and I told the boys that we're going to try really, really hard to not step over each other because it gets really difficult.
Floating in the most peculiar way.
You want to be hated, don't you? You
and the
want to be hated.
stars look very different today.
So I muted him. So, and of course he's going to mute himself immediately, but nonetheless, we're going to try really, really hard to not jump on top of each other.
Unless it's Melvin comparing you to Kunta Kinte and Roots.
Am I really that dark?
No, I slave man with the whip. He's made a
just
whip
keep
joke.
smiling.
Look at Gina Bobina getting into the whole fucking fray. Mo just cocoa buttered her legs before stream for extra luster.
You don't want to look ashy. Don't look ashy.
I don't want to look ashy. I do kind of have ashy ankles.
That relaxer did wonders for your hair.
Yeah, thank you, baby. I have to tell you, I feel a little ashy sometimes on my ankles. I would show them to you.
The ankle with the extra bone.
That's what's going on.
No, but sometimes, let me see if I have it. Hold on. Let me see. I am a little ashy. Sometimes on my ankle.
Dan Schneider.
I get a little
Schneider
ashy.
porn.
Like right, Dan Schneider porn. On my 230. I get a little ashy, like right here on my ankle.
There's so many guys whacking off right now.
Suddenly Eddie Murphy's tuning
exactly.
in.
It's true.
Gun gets
It's
in.
true.
Mo drinking green soda tonight.
Mo Scream will look like a snow globe if she starts itching. Straight to hell. Straight to hell.
Hey, Mo.
What?
I heard that Howard Stern once ran a forum.
What? Oh, yes, that's true, but that's not what we're going to talk about first. What we're going to talk about is
Society.
We're not going
creators.
to talk about the stuff that you itemized and sent to us.
But if you look at them, they're itemized by number, and so
let me look. You don't know
We're number one.
numbers,
right?
Oh, yeah,
Numbers,
We're
who
number
needs
one. That's number
numbers?
16.
Who needs numbers?
Hey, Mo, do you think Howard has any thoughts on creators?
Thank you, Xavier. Yes, I think he
And
does.
I got a lot.
And by the way, let me comment on the word creators. I've heard people, I got into radio. I guess you could call me a creator, but I would never be an asshole and call myself a creator. Like God is a creator, like.
You guys can hear this, right?
Oh,
yes.
unfortunately,
We're
Yes.
listening to the
Oh, thank
guy
God.
who
Okay.
created reality TV, Monique.
Yeah, wait, here he goes. Here he goes.
Yeah.
Creator. And everyone runs around now. It says they're a creator. Here's the sad truth. Most people, 99.9% of people
That's
are
us.
big bores.
That's
They
us.
have no creation.
We are
They're
not.
dummies.
That's right.
They
They don't
say
know.
good content, Howard.
No,
They just
no,
say
what-
content.
That's right. That's right. That's us. That's us, baby.
He is. You know what? For as much as we hate him, he's a creator. Hey, can we play some of those cum hack clips again?
Exactly. So who's the creator there of 70 people? Who's the creator there? But
I-
yeah.
Can we play Rappaport spanking Richard? Because that's
No,
creator.
absolutely not.
That's
No,
creator,
absolutely not.
right?
And let's not
No,
forget
I
the
would never
Pelican
want to
Brief.
hear that.
My favorite
the Pelican Brief
publication is
that
National
is like-
Lampoon, who created Fart
The
Man.
Pelican Brief is essentially this century's Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Monty
You
Python.
think? Why?
It's just pure fucking gold every fucking minute of it.
Every minute of it. And you know what?
So he
I think-
absolutely is a creator. Thank
I
you.
think we deserve to review that like every year.
One-
Like every year we should get
I s-
together,
Yeah.
maybe with some fans and just review it.
I say
think
twice a
that's,
year.
Yes, that's right.
I think that's the move.
Where would
Alright,
the lead
so-
singer of Coldplay be if it wasn't for fucking Howard's Pelican Brief?
That's exactly right.
John
So-
Stewart, Whitney Cummings,
that guy.
Seinfeld.
You know what's really funny? Last night, Beth posted a video of her with dying Yoda, rotting Yoda, and they're playing like a Coldplay song on there, and the caption's like, "Rob and I both love you." Like somehow, like she's fucking like through clairvoyance, and Rob knows that Beth is fucking cat is
Rob
dying.
who?
Who's the lead singer of Coldplay? What's his name?
Whoever it is.
Rob,
That
Chris
guy.
Martin. Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
Gwyneth
Oh,
Chris
Paltrow.
Martin.
Oh, yeah.
That's so
Well,
touching. All
this
right.
story was better until you fact checked me.
Yeah, but then, and then thank God for the Pelican Brief, because then you have that guy, that lead singer guy from Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell.
But he called him that guy.
Jeremy spoke.
guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah,
That
exactly.
guy.
Cuddy
that guy
Green-
from Soundgarden.
Cuddy Green says you guys should do a Pelican Brief play where you only play a part in it of some random office suite. Oh, that would be pretty delicious. I think I kind of the dark side has won in that household. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Aaron Taylor. All right, so I'm going to move on to my next clip. And again, okay, so Bon, I know you. Bon, why don't you play the clips for us today, Bon? It'll
But they're
be so
ahead of
much
us.
easier. They're all on Mega. Bon, if you're listening,
Mega.
can you hear me?
Mega.
Okay, for $12, I will tell you. F, Mary, Kill, Jackie, Chair, X, and Jackie.
Jackie- Hey, I'm trying.
Dang, like that.
Is that your wife?
No, it would just be, I'd just be for the kill.
Kill Jackie Chair or kill Jackie Chair?
That's
That your F, Mary, Kill does not make sense, Nicholas. Please rephrase in the form of a question. Thank you. Bon Jovial, if you're listening, is it possible for you to play the clips off of Mega for me? Because that would help out so much. And it would make
Vinny
me.
Favalli.
What?
hey Mo.
We haven't brought Vinny Favalli in a while. I missed that reference you just made.
Who did?
You did.
Oh, what'd I say?
Oh, so much.
Oh, so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not listening to even myself.
Hey,
When
Mo.
Yoda dies, Howard is going to have to make it seem like Beth
Oh.
had lost her child. Oh, yeah. There'll be a tattoo
New
involved as well.
tattoo. Yoder
So yeah,
one.
just listen to me, okay, guys? So because I'm on this computer, I can't adjust the clips like
Oh.
immediately. So it's going to come off loud, but I promise you that I will change it just immediately as soon as it's done. Okay, so content creators suck. We're going to move on now. Here we go.
Breathless.
Nobody's watching it. Nobody cares about it. Nobody creator. Like somebody like videotapes surprising their sister coming home from, I don't know, from a wedding or something. I put up content.
Howie Brasco.
No, you didn't. You just videotape somebody. You suck.
So
That's
I
literally
think what
content.
Howard doesn't, that is literally content. I think what
It's
he
literally content.
forgets is that people that do that and some people who do that have more views just on one piece of content like
Yes.
that than he does for the entirety of his Howard Stern channel, like the entirety of it.
There are people that review like, just review television shows like that have more views they do it like every other day. They have more views on that one thing than he does on 99% of the shit he put out.
Dennis, my nephew creating Zion Williamson at 650 pounds gets more views than that, or us, or the Stern Show on 2K23, NBA 2K23.
I'll tell you a
Yeah.
story I heard on Wall Street Journal, which I listen
Ooh.
to every morning. There's this guy, it was like a really popular TikTok, and it was this guy who his truck broke down on his way to work, and he started skateboarding and videotaped himself skateboarding to the song Dreams, I guess, by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
so
got
famous.
millions and millions and millions of views, so much so that the song actually made it back into the top 25, which it hadn't been in since the 70s.
I believe
The
it.
guy was living in his car in a Walmart parking lot because he couldn't find a home.
He got a house out of
And
that.
the guy wound up getting a house. He wound up getting for his creative content. Now he makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it changed his life.
Yep.
Okay. Here goes
Hang on,
Nicholas
I need
again.
to put a gun in my mouth. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Here's
Um,
Nicholas again. I listened to Howard. Clearly, I have issues. X or John or Jackie Chair Silver Fox. I can't do a fuck, marry, kill. That's like a Sophie's choice, Nicholas. That's not
weird.
even.
That's right.
I
That's
might have
not
to
even-
excuse myself, Nicholas. I've already dry humped Monique on the corner of 44th Street and 8th
There you
Avenue,
go.
and I came by the New York Times building.
That's nice. That's a really nice visual there, Johnny. Thank you.
I like what
You're
Crazy
a
Robin says.
stranger
Please
in the
define what
night.
content is, Mr. Goblin. Please define content for us.
Here,
Oh my God.
Let me-
The content
He doesn't
is
know what-
killing me.
He doesn't know what content is. That's the
no, you're
problem.
right.
here, hey Mo.
Mm.
Here, my favorite viewing pleasure, and the NS YouTube channel. Here, just a quick recap. Here we go. 18 million, 6.2 million, 10 million, 7.9 million, 900,000, 2
What are we talking about?
million. NS is a YouTube channel.
Oh,
Dennis
yeah.
Cosby.
What about it?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's like this is just one out of a million people who have YouTube channels that blow Howard's shit away. You know?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cost of the homes, not
Oh
of
no,
the
no, no, no!
views.
Talk about the views. Want me to do a
Excuse
screen
me
share?
for my
I can do a
naivete
screen share if
there.
you want. Here, let
No,
me
no,
take a
no, no,
quick
no.
look.
That's okay. Yes, of course. He doesn't grasp that, and nor does he need
literally
to,
every
and nor does
single
he
week
care
he
to.
puts out 2 videos, and each one of them will do minimum a couple million views.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Howard can't even get he barely gets to the thousands.
Well, let's discuss how none
Big
of the
scary
content is.
provider or content creator.
Let's discuss how none of the content is actually original, and listen
Not
to
even
his.
close.
All right, here we go. Hang on, and I have to.
So
lower
as
it.
admirable as your idea is, it's not all that original. And there are many
Winfred's
people.
funny.
There are many people
Watch
I
Jeopardy.
meet who think they have an original idea and they don't. And no offense to you. I mean, last month Walmart launched their Walmart Creator Program.
Oh, who just sent you that quick email? As if you would know that Walmart had a creative content program. You
Yeah, no.
douchebag.
Come on,
No.
Monique. He passed 8 Walmarts in the private jet on the way to
He-
Palm Beach.
Wait, show of hands. How many people think he's actually ever been in one?
I don't think
No,
he's
no,
seen one,
never.
Dennis.
I
I'll go
don't
to the
yeah.
extent that I
No,
don't think
yeah,
he's seen
I
one.
think John's
I don't
right.
He
think
doesn't
he's
even know what
ever
it
been
looks
on a
like.
civilian street where he's seen a Walmart. I'll go that far.
No. Yeah, I
I'm with you.
he has no concept of what is in a Walmart. I mean, I
Where he-
honestly don't even think he knows what's in
Where
it.
he is, Dennis, on Squabble Lane in Southampton, he is 40 miles away from the nearest Target, which is in Riverhead,
Jesus.
Long Island.
Are
So
you
you don't ever
serious?
see, you don't see anything civilian over there. There's nothing commercial. There's none of that stuff. They're not
No,
allowed
and,
to have
in,
it,
and we don't have them in the city.
right?
Gee,
Well, you do
Canada, for
now.
fuck's sake, I cannot do a fuck, marry, kill with Dennis, Xavier, and John. I just can't. That's just not fair. That's really not fair.
It's not fair.
You know,
It's not fair.
Nicholas, you can take back your $12 because I'm not going to answer the
Non-refundable-
question. Let me think if I
non-refundable,
had to,
Mary
though.
Kill.
Let me think about this.
Okay,
for a quick
well,
second.
I mean,
I
for
cannot.
me,
I cannot.
it's
Christ.
fuck Dennis, marry John, kill Mo. So you guys
Hey,
satisfied?
wait a minute.
How do I get fucked out of this? I mean, how do I not get fucked out of this? How do I not get fucked in the whole situation?
Loser.
This
Oh,
is how
asshole.
Scott Baylor would do it. He would go like this. Monique, why don't you just marry Xavier, fuck Dennis, and kill me and make it all stop? That's what Scott Baylor would say.
The horrible madness go away. I hate everybody. That's true. That's exactly how we would say it. Okay. So here's Howard.
Hey guys, it's the 7th grade call. They want their fuck, marry, kill back.
I like that game.
I do
if
too.
it's right.
I love answering the
I
fuck, marry,
usually like
kill. I
it.
just
Yeah,
can't do
it's
it with
tough.
you
He
guys.
put you on the spot.
I
It's
think it
tough.
peaked when I was in
All right.
9th grade, bro.
I'm getting there's a lot of stuff in chat. They're asking me what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a blood orange Negroni Frizzante. Okay, that's what I'm drinking.
Okay. Assume that that's what he's drinking when
No, really, that
they
is what I'm
ask in the
drinking.
chat.
Proud of
No,
you,
I'm
Dennis.
saying assume that's what you're drinking. Okay, we're gonna finish with content creation. Here we go.
Cynics who all think they created my show.
Oh,
They
that's
think
what I
they
wanted. Okay, so listen to this. He's saying there's these fucking nudniks who all think that they
Nudniks.
created my show. So just listen to this really quickly because I'm pretty sure this has to do with that fucking drunk moron who lives in California in his lawsuit. Hang on.
cynics who all think they created my show. They think they created this, they created that. This goes on in America constantly. Now, there are people who do get ripped off of good ideas. Trust me, I've had my share of being ripped off. You might even say maybe the whole radio industry has, quote unquote, ripped me off. But
Really, the whole radio industry, the whole has ripped you off.
I got a great clip for you if you get to it later. We can play it tomorrow, maybe if you get of our friend Dan the lawyer putting him on his heels, bringing up Steve Dahl. It's the greatest clip ever.
Dan,
Stealing Dan the lawyer. You know when
Ooh.
he threw out all the hypocrisy. He had that great phone call. Dan the Illini fan, Dan the lawyer.
Illini Dan.
Yeah. Illini. As
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Illinois.
Illini.
He brought up
Illini.
Steve Dahl, ripping off Steve Dahl. to him.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. He might have joined Gunk for a few minutes and then dropped out of sight. I don't know. He was
Yeah, I
definitely on
wonder what
PayPal
happened to
Shed.
him. I wonder what happened to him. Okay, so we're gonna move on from content creation because obviously this is like a whole stupid shit show that he created pretty much everything that has to do with so again, we are doing the whole show today, you guys. And so the next thing he went into was picking on Kyrie Irving, Kyrie Irving, Mr. Flat
The
Earther, Mr.
unvaccinated one.
retweeting horrific anti-Semitic films and stuff like that.
But Monique, it doesn't matter because he's got a great crossover dribble. The best.
He does.
The best.
Well, I'm going to ask the boys, is this something that we want to hear?
Yeah,
Not
sure.
really.
No, you know what? I know the deal. I mean, I've been.
I heard this once. I don't want to hear this again.
I'll
ever.
defer to them. I don't care.
Xavier?
I honor Dennis's wishes.
If Dennis is that passionate about blowing it off, I'll go with it.
Christ. It's the
He
same
suffers enough.
same bullshit all the time. Yeah, please. Same
Okay.
bullshit every time with him.
Okay, so then we're going to move on.
I'm a victim.
Thank you. Okay, so then we're going to move on. So then he started talking about Herschel Walker, who is running for Senate down in Georgia. He probably is the dumbest human being alive. I will give them
Fetterman's
that.
still around, isn't he? So
Who?
Fetterman, the
Who?
guy in Pennsylvania that had a stroke.
I really like Fetterman, and it's a
But
shame
he had
that
a
I
stroke
can't.
and he doesn't seem very well. So
Yeah, I think
oh,
he'll
let's
be okay.
let's also skip this one because it's the same bullshit again with him, and I'm tired of this bullshit.
Well, it's the game. Is it Herschel or Whackpacker? And I'm thinking if you didn't listen to it, that the audience.
I did listen to it.
Well, I would like the audience to make the
Yeah.
guess on who it is that said this. This is the only reason I want to play this, so that the chat can actually play along.
All right. Who said this about climate change? Was it a Whackpacker or Herschel Walker? Here we go. Democrats created climate changes. The whole thing is a hoax. It's not getting any hotter where I am. Donald Trump is correct. Climate change is not real. The planet is not getting hotter. The ice cap is not melting. Who said it?
Okay, who said this? Everybody who did not listen to the show today, who said it? Was it Herschel Walker or was it a Whackpacker?
I heard it, Monique, so I'm going to bow out of it.
Okay, Xavier, did you hear it?
Walker. No, I didn't.
I wrote the question.
Okay, you think Herschel Walker said it?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve Harvey Oswald says Walker. Jeremy Harrelson says, who gives a fuck? Of course. Mike White says, I listened and I don't even remember.
Good for you.
I know, right? Tiger Lily Howard suddenly cares about southern states, especially Alabama.
Oh yeah,
Herschel walked to
even
the
though
podium.
this is in Georgia.
Okay, everybody's saying Walker. Let us give you the reply.
Herschel Walker or a Whackpacker?
So I don't have to name the Whackpacker.
Nope.
I can just decide if it's from the Whackpack or from Herschel Walker.
That's right, Robin. Easy peasy.
I'm going to say that's Whackpack.
Well, you are 100% right.
Oh.
It was Wendy, the slow adult.
Wendy the retard said it. Yeah, so there you go. So that was a complete Wendy.
Don't I feel silly?
Monique, I got an ethnicity question for you, being that you're Jew by injection.
Ugh,
Why is Fetterman a Jewish last name, but Letterman is not?
I have no idea. I didn't know Fetterman or Letterman were Jewish or not Jewish, to be honest.
That's a great question to ponder over. Think about it.
I was last week years old when I found out that Bruce Springsteen wasn't Jewish. So
I
don't
thought
really
he was up until 25 too.
I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't really care. But yeah, I don't know from Jews. Sorry. No, it wasn't Walker.
I don't know from Jews. I'm just
It wasn't Walker, silly. It was Wendy, the slow adult.
She's repeating what she heard somewhere.
Of course.
Just like 79. As good as the last conversation.
Listen, and that's why we don't do half of the show, because so much of it gets into like stupid, retarded politics stuff that I don't really want to talk about.
I just don't want to hear about it.
And then let's go to the next clip, which is okay. So and I don't have a recent picture, so I'm hoping somebody from the chat.
Oh, Blobbin?
Yeah, can you find one while I play the clip?
A recent picture of Blobbin.
Well,
maybe on the YouTube.
Just on the YouTubes. Even from
Look
last
on the
week.
YouTubes. Hold on, go to YouTube.
Go to the tubes. Because
go to
even
YouTubes.
it's tubes. Because even if it was from last week, it can't possibly be that much.
Hold on, I'm pulling up
less.
Look at Benjamin.
Tubes. Tubes.
It's like 4 up or 5 up.
Tubes. Letterman was originally Letterstein Bruberg.
Letterstein.
Yes, bring up a picture of the moon, says Melvin. Okay, yeah. So apparently Robin lost a lot of weight. Apparently Robin has
Not
been
really.
fasting for the last 6 days. And having nothing except for water.
I found it.
Tea and
oh my God, Rupert Pumpkin.
Hold on, I found the YouTube. Oh, there, I found her.
Okay, 1 second. Kylo Sierra, yes, I did see the picture of the staff from last week. Can we comment on it? Yes, absolutely. And hopefully after Dennis
What?
gives us a picture of Robin.
All right, this is gonna be shocking. Everybody, be ready to be shocked.
Well, I'm waiting to see how she's lost so much weight that she's dropped a cup or two size, and she had to throw away all her clothes.
Her and Beth.
nothing
Her and
is
Beth,
in
they're like almost identical at this point.
and Jessica Simpson, don't forget her.
And Jessica Simpson, identical.
All right, here we
put it
go.
up.
Now, when is this from?
This is from today.
Oh dear God!
Oh dear
It's
God!
just wasting away.
Eat a
Holy
sandwich. Can you blow that up a
Holy
little bit by
mackerel.
any chance? Is that possible?
What?
Could you blow that up by any chance? Is that possible?
I can. I think.
Just a little, just a snurch.
Does she have the
I don't know. Wait,
vegetation
well,
of
oh,
Robin?
Yeah,
I got
it
it.
hardly works on YouTube. Yeah, okay.
Hold on,
okay.
I got it.
Oh, there you go. There you
There you
go.
go. Look
That's-
at that. Look how thin. Look how thin she is. Like,
Jeez, that's quite the Slim Jimmy.
That's honestly what Depp's hair looks like now during the Jeff Beck tour. It's exactly the same dude. If anybody sees him,
she's
swear to
doing
God,
a little brush out.
she's as thin as Chris Rock. I mean, they would
Yes.
almost be identical. I wouldn't tell them apart.
Zendaya,
Okay, well,
Dennis.
let's keep that. Let's use Zendaya.
I couldn't tell. I had to put my contact lenses on again.
Okay, so let's listen to Robin working on her health and shit. Let's go to that. Hang on a second. While we have that up for viewing pleasure, of course.
Yes.
Okay.
You know.
Waiting.
Oprah Winfrey, Negro woman.
I just want you all to realize how much he says, really quickly. Though,
Yes,
too.
I agree,
It's always
Monique.
like,
I like that you observed that. That's a great observation, man. I was, fact of the matter is, we started with.
I don't hear anything.
Like. He's not playing.
Are we just gonna stare at this pause picture?
We stare at this giant.
Okay, I realize
This
that
is
now.
Major Tom.
Oh my God! Shush!
Don't ask.
Well, press play.
I'm trying to. I can't add both of them at the same time.
All
so
right,
just cut me some
there we go.
slackage. Jesus, slackage Christmas
Weekend, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus. Robin and I were texting each other this weekend. I said, "How you doing?" She goes, "I'm low key. I'm fasting."
Low key.
And then I was going to write her back.
Do you really think Robin said low key? I'm fasting.
I don't even believe he texted her. What do you think about that?
No, there was no conversation.
But listen to that. Listen to that teen TikToker conversation.
Yes,
low-key,
of course.
I'm fasting. Okay.
Back and go, yeah, I think that's why they call it a fast, because you want that shit over with fast. And then I went, you know what? I don't want to discourage her because she's into this and she loves it. But I was thinking about you the whole weekend. Did you not eat anything the whole weekend?
No. I've had liquids, but
how many days did you just have liquid?
This is day 6.
6 days.
Holy
I'm
cow.
still here.
I kept saying to my wife, every time I sat down to bloat myself with a big meal, I go,
yeah, bloat
gee,
yourself.
Robin hasn't eaten anything. I think we're going on day 3. How you feel? Are you woozy? Now, be honest. You got to be a little shaky.
Getting up at this time of the morning is tough when you're fasting.
I mean, my God, what?
Isn't
Oh
she
my
still in
God!
bed right
I
now?
don't even know what you're doing over there, but that's your thing.
I'm working on my health. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to discourage
There
that.
are lots of
Isn't she in her
amazing
house?
things.
Yeah.
What time does Robin sleep to, Monique? The other 300 days are off.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait, for this show, what's Robin waking up 6:30?
I don't know. I don't know, Dennis. She's got no news.
6:30?
She has nothing to look over. She has no responsibilities. I don't know. She should literally roll right into the show. There's no reason to be
She
up.
could wake up at 6:50 and be way ready for the show. Way ready.
So she's back to throwing the McRibs in a blender.
Bring back the McRib just for
That's a
Superman.
great
Well, you know
comment.
what?
Back right now.
Well, she can say she's just drinking or stuff. She can make milkshakes with the friendlies, and it is just drinking. There's no eating.
No, but so let's find out exactly what she's eating and drinking. So hang on a second. So she wants to talk about being pain-free since she started to starve herself. So let's go to that clip. Hang on.
6 days, really? Jeez, and what kind of
This
drinking
is
are you doing?
day 6. Are you
Wednesday, drinking like
Thursday,
a protein
Friday, Saturday,
shake?
Sunday, Monday. Yeah.
Are you,
No, it's
no.
water, broth. That's about it. Tea.
I got to tell you. I mean, God bless you. You know,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to discourage you. If it's helping you, it's helping you. But holy
Well, I feel
fuck.
better than I have in a long, long time. I'm completely pain-free. I was living with a lot.
So she was living with a lot of pain. She's now completely pain-free because she's basically having water,
Right.
And broth.
tea, and broth.
I call bullshit.
I
Look
like
at
what
that.
Tiger
I
Lily
mean-
writes. Tiger Lily writes, as a former cancer patient, you'd think she'd be smarter. Fasting for 6 days does nothing for senior citizens' health. I couldn't agree more. What is it?
You know what she
What
should
plan
do?
is that on?
She should buy the book, The Vegetation of Robin, and follow those recipes. I hear they're like they're like the express lane to health.
Dr.
I don't
Ronnie.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it funny who someone who grifted fucking this fucking book about how to beat cancer cancer through eating is now just fasting? Like what happened to her
I
fucking
don't
book?
even
She
understand the
should just stick
fasting.
her book in a blender and then drink it.
I feel
I
like
think that everybody on the show has got to go through some sort of weight loss, weight gain, or diet to get on the air. I think it's a script. I'm starting to think everybody on this show has some kind of weight loss, weight gain, or diet. So Howard could obsess, the anorexic can obsess over it. It's just
he
too rampant.
loves obsessing over what
Yes,
people eat.
and
He
he-
loves it, and he's slightly jealous, even though Jason is probably one of the more offensive-looking human
It won't
beings I've
last though
ever
for
had the
Jason.
displeasure to lay my eyes on. Even him with his weight loss, he slightly is probably jealous of. But the Robin thing is very curious to me. So she went into a whole tirade after this about how, she used to try and go walk on the beach and she couldn't even walk over the dunes. She was out of breath so quickly and she couldn't really do anything. And now she can just leap over the dunes and
I can
she's lost a
I can
full
sit in
bra
the chair
size.
now.
She threw out all of her old clothes and it's like, sweetheart, honestly, we've seen your fucking roller coaster. I wouldn't be getting rid of
Well,
those
keep
fat
in
girl
mind,
pants quite that quickly.
push it in perspective. During that 9/11 weight loss that she bragged so much about. Remember, she was goofing on Richard Christie, and he went on a diet at the same time, and he's been pretty much thin ever since. He never went back.
No,
And
he
it's
did
just
blow
funny
up
that
apparently,
I'm with
according
Mike
to
White.
the Cocktober
Well,
videos.
okay, well maybe recently, but
But
that's
let's
still
go with
fucking almost
recently.
20 years.
That's
or
after
whatever
2
the hell it's been.
kids and moving to the suburbs and all that shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
like
he
he
does.
and she would make fun of him of his
of course.
diet, but he pretty much
Robin makes
kept
fun
it
of
all off.
everybody's diet.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Well,
Dennis. What are you going to say?
Well, the thing with Richard Christie, I mean, he drinks a lot of goddamn beer. I mean, it's finally going to catch up to you. I mean, he's getting
Yes,
close to
he is
50.
he is quite the alcoholic.
Yeah,
Mike
I mean,
White,
he was pretty
that
chubby
bl-
for a minute when he first got
he
on the
was.
show.
Yeah.
Mike White says I've been intermittent fasting for 18 months. I call bullshit on 6 days with no food.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a long
agree.
time with no food. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that's
great.
like, you know what? Listen, I've done 3-day liquid fasts a few times, just because it's good for your system every once in a while. But it's
sorry.
actual drinking stuff. It's juices and stuff with vitamins and things like that. But the fact that she's doing water, broth, and tea
Yeah.
makes no sense to me whatsoever.
she-
But Robin is
Mo.
known for doing those things. That's what she does.
Remember?
Oh, look at Smudge. Smudge says I've done 10 days.
Classic
Jesus
Smudge
Only
Lee.
water? Really?
Christ.
Good
How
for
did that
you.
make
I
you
can do
feel?
10 days with
Weren't
this.
you like crazy after that? I can't even imagine. What were we gonna say, Xavier?
Well, of course. I mean, this is the same person who told us she finished the New York Marathon. So
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
true.
mean,
Well-
you gotta just, the source isn't exactly the most credible.
Very
Also, this is the same person that hated Western medicine and also put magnets behind her ears to cure herself. So,
And
yeah.
coffee enemas
And the coffee enemas.
yes, all that
and
stuff.
ayahuasca and Dr. Ronnie and
Yes, and Tiger Lewis says, I want to know who in her life is trolling her, telling her to wear that hair and glasses.
But
You know
yet
what?
they never actually bring up her weight, do they? They never
No, never.
actually put a number to
No.
it. We
Robin's never
actually
been
bring
on the
it-
scale.
No, we just
There aren't
assume
scales
these
big
are-
enough.
Put Anna and Nicole on the scale a million fucking
That's
times,
right.
but never put Robin
take
on
it
the
to one of
scale.
those truck drives, the truck
Yeah.
weight stations.
Hey, go to a truck station. It's or a recycling area. It's the only way you can weigh her. I mean, you can't weigh her on a regular scale or break.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, so let us so now Robin is pain free because of the way she's doing this diet. And listen, if Smudgy is saying that he's done that, he's done it for 10 years. I mean 10 days. I can't even imagine drinking water for 10 days.
And
You know
that's
what?
why
I'm gonna say that Robin just couldn't find her apartment for 10 days, and that's what happened. She was just wandering around trying
You
to
are
keep in
so
someone else's house.
You are so right, AJ Bones. If you're a millionaire, there is no reason why you shouldn't hire a good nutritionist, having access to the best food
Yeah.
money can buy. Not even just that, but have somebody, make smoothies in your house or just deliver them to you or something.
You got to
Okay.
remember, though, she is not a very bright individual and does get suckered in by these people that take a lot of her money to
True.
offer her health. So
It's
Dr.
like-
Ronnie was the best.
It's like Howard
I
and his
honestly-
therapist. It's the same shit.
Well,
Yeah,
They-
they
they
know a
just
sucker
taking
when
the
they
money.
see him. Here comes sucker.
Nobody,
exactly right.
nobody's as good as Howard's therapist. That guy is on his fourth mansion and his fifth
Exactly.
Ferrari at this point.
I would kill to know who
Hey,
that is. I swear
Here,
to God.
fun facts. Robin ate her horse Blaze when she mistook it for a T-bone steak.
You're so right, Millennium's Howard Skelton. She also never took the IQ test. This is
I
true.
love when you earnestly say the names on the image. That's right, Mr. Millennium Skeleton Tower.
Smudge E. How tall is Robin? Not entirely sure. I know how wide she
She
is.
looks
but
like
I
she's
don't
like
know how tall she is.
5'3", 5'4", maybe.
5'5", maybe? Can
But
somebody look that up for us?
Smudgy-
Where's
Smudgy
Rupert? Rupert always knows.
Smudgy has the body of Kristen Ritter and Jessica Jones, lest you think.
Well, where's
Smudgy's
Martin
gonna-
Governelli? I mean, he would know. He's stood next to her how many times?
I don't know. You're not taking
Right?
into
I mean,
account, says
He's a
Zuma
different
Show.
source.
Zuma Search says you're not taking into account Robin's emotional problems when you wonder why she doesn't do logical diet things. Money doesn't buy mental health. You are 1000% correct.
What? Wait,
She-
wait. What mental problems? Because the thing with the father was fake. She did nothing but abuse her parents. She doesn't help her own brother. Her problems are her own making. I don't see how.
I think if she does have problems, as opposed to Howard, she internalizes everything
Yeah.
and comes off as like haughty and superior, as opposed to being contrite and having some sort of non-humorous
But
attitude.
Monique, when you watch Bones marathons on TNT, you're gonna create your own problems.
Yeah, that's true.
For attention.
David says, I think Howard projects Robin's vanity because she protects his. It's a sick, almost dysfunctional sibling relationship. That is
Yep.
very, very, very well said, David.
Very
David,
wise,
sorry.
David.
Okay, according,
David.
I guess, to the peeps here, she's 5'6". I
Oof.
don't think so. I've seen her peripherally. I'm 5'8", and I don't see her as 5'6". I would
You mean
maybe
she's
give
shorter,
her.
like 5'4"?
Oh, here's a fabulous F. Mary kill.
Janet,
Hardy, Shuley, Stuttering John.
Yeah, it's true.
Jesus Christ!
Vintage Kwasnicky, right?
Oh,
There is no win.
I know the answer. Wait, I know what the answer is.
Go for it, Dennis.
Well, all right, because you would F Artie. No, all right, no. Yeah, F Artie.
You got it
You
all
would
wrong,
kill
baby.
Stuttering John, and then you'd marry Shuley because you could torture the shit out of him for years if you married
First of
him.
all, Shuley doesn't have dick for money. Okay, so I
it doesn't
would.
matter, you can torture the hell-
God, it's so torturous. This is
You
a
get that-
hard one.
You get that Twitch money, Monique. You get that Twitch video game
He's got
money.
Twitch money.
Twitch money.
You got that Twitch
the,
money.
The Jeff the Puppet money.
Just the puppet money. Okay, I'm going to
Nice.
fuck. Oh God, this is so horrible.
It's the worst one ever. 'cause
Can we
two of them
stop
are
with these
totally
F. Mary
useless
kills?
humans.
Why don't we have a
Okay.
whole show for F?
Can
Mary
we
Kill,
please
guys?
stop with these?
I
mean,
would definitely do a whole
think-
show.
I
of
think
F.
Jerry
Yeah, a
Mary
whole
wants
Kill.
to
show.
move
Be the
on.
easiest thing in the world.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna fuck
I'm
I'm gonna
missing
fuck
Monday
you,
Night
Sheila.
Football for this.
I'm gonna fuck Shuley. I'm going to kill Stuttering John.
Uh,
And I'm going to marry Artie because I know that whatever money Artie has, he would give to me happily.
Yes,
And I mean that
Good answer.
sincerely.
I agree. Good
So,
answer.
He would be good with sure babe, whatever you want. So yeah. All right, let's go. What's next on our list of shit show talk? So Robin's pain free. Okay, so then he went into the whole fake Drake thing. And so let's talk about this for a quick second. because somebody had posted it on our site about how Drake, who has decided not to do a publicity tour, has instead done this whole Drake universe, if you will.
Monique, the executor to the beer league estate and Walter Digital. I've never been more jealous of anyone.
That's
James
amazing.
Cameron's wife.
That's amazing. Okay, so Drake, what he did is instead of going out on a promotional tour for his newest album, he decided to make a series of videos where he was fake interviewed by different people, did fake signings at different places, shit like that, fake news interviews about the interview that he did, like a whole thing. I know you guys are laughing. I'm not even seeing what you guys are laughing at.
It's Benjamin wrote.
What is
Artie
it?
married a black chick. His mom would die.
Gina Bobina. Gina Bobina. Mo says Drake is not a real black guy.
he's half Jewish, I think. Drake, right? Drakenstein.
No one
You're
likes
welcome,
Drake.
Donald. Thank you. All right, so let's cue this. So I don't have video of this, which I would love to, but I would like to see the whole Drake thing. So Howard's actually slightly jealous of what a cool idea it was, and what he's not realizing about the fake Drake thing is the fact that you basically could ask any fucking question, and it would be the same thing for, like, Howard doesn't realize that this is like that he asks questions that pretty much anybody could answer, and they're the same for everybody. Yep. And I think that's the joke of this. But let's play a little bit of it, and him thinking that it's a great idea.
You know the recording artist Drake?
Yes. I do know him. I don't know his music. I know the name.
Drake was going to do our show. I had him booked, but for some reason, something came up and he couldn't do it. I was fine with that. He had something going on, but he did this kind of interesting thing.
When he was into black singers, right?
Yeah.
It's real interesting, actually. Instead of doing a press tour, I guess around whatever he's doing, an album or a concert, instead of doing a press tour, he made up a fake press tour. And released it. Yeah. He completely, I don't know.
Now, let's make the distinction. This is a content creator.
Yeah. Now, this is kind of a cool idea.
So he proceeds to then play for us a little bit of fake Drake. And I just wonder why it's okay for fake Drake to use his content.
Right.
But for nobody else to use the fucking content.
Because just like COVID, Monique, he's not a civilian.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Drake ended up paying. Yeah, you got to pay him. I mean, he doesn't release his content.
No.
He likes
you don't
famous
think
people.
so?
He's famous.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what? This is fair use. And when you hear it, so just listen to it, and then you'll see.
Oh, no, I heard it.
It comes off as fair use. I would think so. Here we go. Hang on a second.
Anyway, it sounds pretty seamless. Here's Drake on the Howard Stern show, the fake Howard Stern show. You said you're open about porn. What type of porn are you watching? What is your thing?
It's top.
Wow. Holy shit.
Highest tier of top givers. That's really what
I see.
Consistently, on a daily basis, tuned into,
right.
Just really, those are, the real superstars of the world to me.
Yeah. And what about love? I mean, could you ever commit to one woman?
Yeah.
Be married. You could be married?
I want to hear his answer.
I'm sure I could,
So anyway, they put together this whole thing, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
It sounds real.
Yeah, I guess it sounds real because every single interview you ever do sounds exactly the same.
That's right.
So it's really, really easy to do that. I would love to do that one day. I would love to do a Howard interviewing us kind of thing. And just
we have all of him saying Monique a million times. You could definitely throw that in.
Crazy Robin is translating for me. So she said that top equals head, Dennis. So
top equals oh, I didn't know that either.
She translated for us.
Just
you
meant
should know
on
that. You're a
top.
sister.
I just thought that meant on top. I did not know. I didn't know what that meant.
Mike White goes, I have been to Drake's Bar in Toronto. 2 double shots of Maker's Mark was $50. Not a Drake.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
I believe
Christ.
it. I believe that.
Go
That's
down
Canadian
the
money. Whatever that
go
means.
down the block to the liquor store and just buy
I know.
a fucking
I know.
bottle.
Sneak in a flask. Next
Jesus
time.
Christ.
Elmer's down in Ybor. It's $3 a shot for Makers. So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Effie says Drake and Ye have a beef, and Ye just dissed Howie on that Russians podcast, so Drake does this skit. Interesting. I can't even imagine Drake could give a shit about what Ye thinks about being on the Howard Stern show, considering the fact that Drake canceled being on the Howard Stern show, and then he just kind of does like a mock thing. Yes, you are absolutely right, David. Howard's interview structures are so rehearsed post GTD; they're all interchangeable. Absolutely, I think that's the joke of this whole thing. Like, I think that's somewhere in that. You're right, Crazy Robin. You're a whole sister. I'm just a little sister. You're exactly
Do you know
right.
why they're interchangeable, Monique? Because who writes them? An automaton.
Yes.
Who writes them?
Or
Because
automaton.
John Hine writes the questions for the interviews, and that's why they sound the way they do.
Oh God, it's so boring. Well, I think what's his face pitches in too. Who's the one who plays guitar and has that stupid mock
Nowicki?
Van Halen? Yeah,
Nowicki, the one that banged.
Yeah, it's not all Hine, but it's mostly him. We found out, so that's why it's such an automaton, redundant
totally.
bore. Yep.
Hey,
Okay,
Mo.
Dennis has a yes, baby.
Did Howard talk about Aaron Carter?
Yes, we're going to get to that momentarily. But
that's easy.
There's an F, Mary, kill for Dennis. Robin,
easy.
Wendy,
Kill-
the retard, or Crazy Alice. Not
that's
our
easy.
Crazy Alice, but
Well,
really
it doesn't matter.
Crazy Alice.
Kill Wendy.
Arriva Derci.
F Crazy Alice and marry Robin. Done. That is simple.
Done.
That
That's
was easy. That's
Marrying
easy.
Robin is always the correct answer.
Crazy Alice, I don't think is probably not that bad looking. Plus, she's like half Italian. That's all right.
Would you imagine the ass licking you would get a tongue if you cheated on Crazy Alice with Robin? How'd she light you up? You would get Crazy Alice at a 10.
She would fucking burn you in your bed.
Fuck you.
She would burn you in your bed.
House in order to be settled.
So let's talk a little bit about Aaron Carter.
Crazy
so
Robin.
as many
that would
of you
even
know,
be better.
Yeah. Okay, so Aaron Carter died, and Aaron Carter was like a teeny bop kind of Justin Bieber of his time. Also, the younger brother of that other Carter dude
Nick
who was
Carter,
in the
Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys.
Boys, and had a little bit of success in his own right as a child singer, and he was super, super cute. And then he fell out for a while and went to rehab a shit ton of times and just got himself really, really fucked up. Which he blamed on being a kid star, but let's go look at his brother and see how that worked out. And how come he didn't get so fucked up? What?
I like how these guys are set for life before they're 20, and then it ruined my life.
Exactly.
Apparently he's not. Apparently he squandered his money.
You don't hear his other brothers, Harpo, Chico, Marco, Groucho.
None of them say it. None of them have problems. None of them
have problems with that.
So when they decided that they were going to do a quasi obituary for Aaron Carter, they got in Super Twink from Canada.
Artie's gonna outlive everybody, man.
Shockingly, him and Hypercharic will be the only
talented though,
on the planet.
but he had a very big penis, and he had a look I thought was
sorry. So Super Twink is talking about Aaron Carter when he first went on to OnlyFans and decided to show his cock, and then he would jerk off for all the world to see.
Talented though, but he had a very big penis, and he had a look I thought was just kind of rugged and sexy, and he blew. I remember a very big load, like a real thick. Kind of meaty load, yeah. But
I'm trying to, get into the obituary mode.
Robin, honoring him. We lost a great talent.
Right.
Chris Wilding has mastered the art of pleasing the boss and getting on the air with just the right shit. He knows exactly what Howard wants to hear.
What are you singing in the background, Xavier? I thought we were not supposed to interrupt each other.
Backside Boys.
Blathering in the background. Howard's ears absolutely percolate when
you know what? It's either me singing Backside Boys or someone talking about thick load. What would you guys want to hear?
Yeah, well, that's a
oh my God,
that'd stay fashionable.
Yeah, I think his brother went bye. Okay.
Bye. I would like to bring up a picture of him. Dennis, can you do Aaron Carter current? Well, not current.
The
because
current
he's-
would be very bad. That would look really not
current
good.
might not be so good. So
Yeah.
Howard was talking about Aaron Carter and
Jesus.
how he died, and
He was a child star, right? Was he a
Yes,
singer
wow,
or a
were you
Oh
star?
my
not
God, he
listening
was
to
the
this
best.
whole?
No, I wasn't. You lost
pull
me
up
at
that
thick
I-
load.
No, okay. Before we discuss
I
thick
anticipated
load,
thick load.
are you watching a? Is there a game on tonight?
Yeah, Saints
You
Ravens.
sure
Fuck.
is.
All right,
You
I have
fuck.
a
Oh, you're the worst.
montage.
No
Okay,
score.
the
Do not tell me
question
the
still
score.
stands. Was he
Do
a,
not tell me the score.
was he a
I'm watching it after
Nickelodeon
this.
kid or was he a singer kid?
He was a singer. He was the Justin Bieber of the 90s.
Oh,
He
okay,
was
well,
like
fuck it, I know about
fairly
Justin Bieber.
popular. And yeah, that's
There
him.
he
Look
is.
at
I'm
that.
sure he
That's
was.
real.
That
That's
is
hot and
the
sexy.
At the bathhouses, I'm sure he
Disturbed.
was popular.
That's hot and sexy. Yeah. So once you
Monique,
start getting the face tattoos, it's pretty much all over. What, babe?
Michael Jackson Survivor. You'll find out later if you do play those clips. Not that you have to.
I mean,
I'm
he
gonna
looks
get
so
to some of the Aaron
normal.
Carter. Yeah, he's just adorable. Really, just
I
adorable.
mean, look how he's aged so gracefully.
Copy that, Melvin.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's just really. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's sane.
Zuma Show says difference
Look at
between
those
Nick
eyes,
and Aaron
like
Carter.
doll- like
Wait,
doll
hold on.
eyes.
Doll eyes. Aaron was sexually abused by Lou Pearlman. Aaron's fame wasn't
Jesus.
as
Oh, so that was a
prolonged.
dude.
Aaron was
Remember
a drug
Lou
addict and
Pearlman
ran
was on
into
the Howard
money
Stern show
problems.
famously.
Yeah.
And he was
Well,
bragging about, being so scary, like this talent guru.
You're a tough guy.
He's a tough guy,
tough
Lou
guy.
Pearlman.
I don't know anything about Lou Pearlman. I would like to dig into that. That's kind of interesting. to
Really?
me.
He was the guy who
Hold on.
did NSYNC and Backside Boys, and allegedly those boys had to get on their knees and earn their keep.
I believe it.
He
Look at
look.
that.
He kind of.
Sorry, ladies, he's taken.
He's
You
like a
gotta-
healthier looking
There you
Artie.
Oy vey.
Oi, shkabibble.
Look at that
Oy,
matinee idol
oy
on the left.
vey.
And look at the look on his face, like he just did something dirty.
Oh, he's
Oh
a
my
dirty, gross
God.
man.
He
That's
just
a
he
gross.
just tossed loose salad, man.
Ugh.
He looks like Chris Farley and Tim Sabian had a kid.
Oh, that's
Wow.
gross. That's
Wow.
gross. Hey, Gina
Yeah,
Bobina,
yeah.
let me know what the name of that documentary is. I'd like to see a Lou Pearlman documentary.
Yeah.
See
I don't
what
know if
kind
I
of
would.
disgusting animal he is.
Christ.
So he's dead?
Okay, Who?
Lou.
who? Lou Pearlman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine
I-
a morbidly
I-
obese man dying in prison.
I know Zuma. Nobody cares. I literally just did a whole tirade about
That's
can we please not do this, and nobody cares. Nobody cares.
that
about
dude
me.
from
Wait, wait, wait.
LFO killed
Who?
died
Wait,
too.
who
don't
said
love
that?
me.
Who said that right
Nobody
now?
loves me. Nobody
Who said
loves
that?
me.
Who said that? They're about to get
Millennium
banned
Tower
for-
Skeleton said Aaron Carter and I were at the same bar in NSB, Florida. What's NSB?
They're from Tampa, Monique, the Carters.
2013. He came up to me and said, "Look at my Breitling." Then he grabbed my face and kissed me. Then he hauled ass. Okay,
Ah.
there you go. Millennium Tower Skeleton swapping some spit with Aaron Carter. How about that? How about that, ladies?
See, we
You
didn't
missed
talk
your
over
you
you
missed
over
your
that one,
gold
did we?
opportunity like I did with Scott Baio. You missed out. You missed out.
I
New
gotta reach
Smyrna
around.
Beach? Would that, is that
Smyrna
New
Beach.
Smyrna Beach? NSB? Yeah, it has to be.
I gotta.
Yeah, Kylo,
But
you
you know
know,
what?
Sarah
would-
has a
I
running
would-
list of all these sick fucks, and we
I-
should do a show
hey-
on that.
hey,
You're
She
exactly
does.
right. What are you
I
saying,
would-
Xavier?
It would be interesting to listen to that Lou Pearlman Howard Stern interview.
Yeah, I'll look at.
Again,
I'll definitely sift through. That's a good idea. I'll go through it.
No rush, but
Do you
it'd be
remember what
interesting
year?
to- You know the ass fuckery that Howard does every time someone of any sort of notoriety comes into the show.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It would be funny to see in hindlight.
I
Howard
think it's like
praising
going
a-
back and
a
listening to
child
the
raper.
Weinstein interview. It's the same kind
Yeah,
of
it's the
retro
exa-
thing
there's
when
a
you go
pattern
back.
here.
Yeah,
There's a pattern
absolutely.
here.
Boy
Sarah's
Band
list.
Con, the Lou Pearlman story, 2019 documentary. Okay.
I mean, think about it. Harvey Weinstein, Lou Pearlman, Bruce Springsteen. Dude, you know, bunch of fucking
Bruce
perverts, man.
Springsteen?
Yeah.
Oh, New Smyrna Beach.
Hey,
Thank you
little
for what
girl,
I
is
said
daddy
that.
home?
New
Did he
Smyrna
go
Beach,
and
but
leave
no
you
one
all
listened.
alone?
Okay, I'm going to move on now. I have other clips to get to. Here
Get
we go.
KY.
So we're going to talk about why the bathtub is killing people. So Howard starts to go into his obligatory obituary and tells us how Aaron Carter died, and then Robin, of course, comes out with these words.
You think
of wisdom.
Yoda's trying to get into the bath right now?
With a toaster.
You guys can't even fucking pause. Can I play the clip? Hang on.
Sure.
It's not playing, Monique. If you can hear me.
What?
It's not
We
playing.
don't hear
if you can
anything.
me.
It's too loud.
Because I had to share the Jackie chair fucking Lou
You can
Pearlman
unshare
thing.
that.
And then I have to go back to this, and then I have to rewind it.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
my
He was in a
God.
bathtub, I think.
That's never
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I never take a bath. I don't like. I don't like baths. I don't like them. I don't
Why
get
are
it.
people dying in bathtubs? This is the thing. It's like, what is about the bathtub that is killing people?
Is she an idiot?
Yeah, she is an idiot. Yes, she is.
Does she not
All
know
right.
She
what
really
the-
can't swim.
It's the same thing every time. Is they take some sort of like a an anti-anxiety pill, they get into a warm bath, they fall asleep, they drown. It's pretty simple.
But why do they take baths?
Why
Because-
doesn't Beth take one every 5 minutes?
Yeah, I was just
Yes.
gonna bring that up. Beth takes 3 baths a day.
I think
So I
she
don't know what
doesn't
Blobbin's
anymore. I think
talking
she
about.
just jumps in the pool now. I don't think she takes the bath anymore. I
It's
think
a little
now she just
cold
jumps
in the pool right now.
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
But I mean,
But so many people
Whitney
have died
Houston,
in the bathtub.
Bobby Brown, what's it? Little Bobby, whatever her name was, their daughter. Same
Benita
thing.
Brown.
Benita,
Bobby Christina, Bobby
they get in a
Christina.
warm bath, they take those
Christina Brown.
anti-anxiety pills. They fall
Christina
asleep.
Brown.
Oh, God.
I want to look that up. Stars who have died in bathtubs. Hold on.
Jim Morrison.
And Johnny Depp reference here. Johnny Depp's girlfriend on Nightmare on Elm Street almost did the same thing. Remember?
Yes, Heather
The mom's like,
Langenkamp. We just
"I
went
told
over
you
that.
about
On
taking baths."
we just did it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Heather
yeah,
Langenkamp.
see? Yeah.
What?
Heather Langenkamp, exactly.
In
What?
Nightmare on Elm Street
Okay,
1, Heather
that's a
Langenkamp's in the
that's a movie,
bathtub,
but
and,
Oh, I
nonetheless.
remember her.
and Freddie comes underneath her from 9 feet
Yeah,
underneath. They
and the
built
mom
a-
says, "You know,
Yep.
people die every year from falling asleep in the bathtub."
Okay, this is a famous
We have
people who died
references
in the
for days, people.
bathroom.
Elvis died in the
no.
bathroom on the throne.
Yes, and so did Lenny
Wait,
Bruce.
the cranberry chick died in the bathtub too? I didn't know that.
Oh, see, there
Zombies.
must be something about them needing to.
They
Maybe
are
they get really
dying with their
cold, or
moms and their moms and their moms.
did they get cold? You know who else died in a bathtub?
Who?
Orville Redenbacher.
Oh, God. With
That's
a toaster.
right. It was right here in San Diego. He was dead for
You
like
knew
3
that?
days before they found. He was dead for like 3 days before they found him. Can you imagine?
You know,
Orville
he literally-
Redenbacher, founder of the popcorn company that bears his name, was born in 1907 in Brazil, Indiana. He sold the company to Hunt Weston Foods in 1976, but remained spokesperson until 1995, when he was found dead in a whirlpool bathtub in his condominium, having drowned after suffering a heart attack.
oh, I thought he was trying
Wow,
to make
who knew that?
popcorn in the
you know
hot
the-
tub.
Exactly.
Hey Mo,
Yeah.
the worst part about him, he had been dead for days in his bathtub. So when they found
Oh,
him,
that can't
he
be
went
good.
from popcorn to Dinty Moore.
Yes, and who just said it? Jim Morrison. He actually
yeah.
Did
found
Morrison
dead
die
in his bathtub.
Yes, he did. He died in the bathtub.
Did Anna Nicole Smith die in a bathtub?
I don't. Everybody at the
I
age of
don't,
27
I don't remember
died in the
anymore, to be
bathtub.
honest.
I didn't.
Wow.
I
I
don't
don't
know. I don't think so, Monique.
I'm just
Howard
curious
killed
why
her.
the tub thing. Like, what is the tub thing? So one time,
Once
just a
again,
really quick
it's really
story.
simple. People are comfortable. They're relaxed. They take something.
warm.
They fall asleep. They drown. It's
I know,
not
but
very
what
di-
makes you, when you're fucked up, what makes you think, let me turn the bathtub on
Some
and
people
pop right in?
find a bath to be relaxing.
I guess.
Maybe it's
so-
a copycat thing, Monique. A copycat league. They're too uncreative to think of their own suicide. They just copy other suicides to do it.
Can I tell you my Whitney Houston story real quick?
Yes,
real quick.
Mike Walker, you may.
It's real quick. So one time I was in Atlanta. I was just coming home from a meeting at Carter's, and I was in the airport, and there's like a little bit of a commotion over by the VIP lounge at Delta, and standing right in front of the VIP lounge, getting their pictures taken. And this is, I have to go with maybe 4 months before she was found dead. And she's standing there with Bobby Brown. She's wearing a fur coat. And I remember this only because it was like April. And Bobby Brown is standing next to her. And I have to tell you that she was quite possibly one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Even as fucked up and drugged up as she was stunning,
hot.
you guys.
Absolutely. Whitney or Bobby Christina or Whitney?
Whitney.
Yeah, totally.
With
She
Bobby
was like
Brown.
Bobby looked like
stunning.
Flavor Flav's
Absolutely,
kid,
Monique.
man.
Totally.
Yeah,
She was annoying.
She was
Looked like Flavor
stunning.
Flav's
I mean,
kid.
her skin was
Yes,
flawless.
yes.
And just as beautiful. Mo calls them bathtubs.
Bathtub.
That's right.
She wasn't she Aretha Franklin's goddaughter? God something?
She was
Goddaughter.
She was related to
not
Aretha
Aretha
Franklin
Franklin,
somehow.
the other one.
Was it the other one? Which one? Who?
Yeah, what the hell's
Dionne
the other
Warwick?
one's name? Dionne Warwick.
Yeah, Dionne
Dionne
Warwick.
Warwick.
Clearly.
The
Yes.
other one. The other.
The other
she didn't
one.
say that.
Oh,
Crazy
Dionne
Robin.
Warwick. The Psychic Networks chick. You're right.
The
Who?
other one.
The
Who?
Psychic Networks chick, remember?
Yeah,
Dionne
yeah.
Warwick?
Like, Dionne
Deja
Warwick.
vu.
Oh, yes. Okay, we're going to move on. I'm sorry. I just had to tell you that she was gorgeous. That's all. Really just stunning. I was a little
One thing,
starstruck
Monique,
by her.
do you think Howard would take his shoes off to save Bianca from drowning in a
No.
bathtub?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
Not a
No.
chance in hell.
No. All right, so let's go on to the gay antics. I did cut a
Almost.
lot of clips out of this
Jeremy
because I
Harrell.
just didn't really want to hear him.
I don't either.
But of course, there was fan feedback about how people just cried listening to his interview with Bruce Springsteen, and then cried laughing the next
The
day.
world
How
has
you could
forgotten about that
seamlessly
already.
transition from having Bruce Springsteen on to having some of the most offensive content known to mankind. So they start to go into this conversation about, gosh, we've done so much with Sal and Richard having sex antics. What would it take to be like? What's the next step in this whole gay antic thing? So I'm gonna play a little clip.
So it checks out.
Yeah.
Richard, I'll
you
come in your
remember-
mouth for 200.
You're gonna need
Okay, so Sal says, Richard, I'll come in your mouth for 200.
Human resources,
Jesus.
please. Where are you? You don't have any.
Come on.
They don't have any.
Then Richard replies with how much money it would actually take for
$1 billion?
him to agree to have Sal shoot a load into his mouth. So now, if
Hey,
you haven't
actually,
listened
chat.
to it, you can answer.
Have the chat. Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to it, take a guess on how much Richard. Now, so of course you heard what Sal said, 200, and it's like, Richard said it's has to be a lot more than that. But how much actually is a lot more? So I'm just curious what you guys think is the
I heard
amount
it. So
that he would take for getting a load. Anybody?
I heard it too, Monique.
I heard it. and
Xavier, did
it's
you hear
such
it?
the
No, I
money,
didn't.
I couldn't
Okay,
comprehend
so
it.
you want to give us a number?
I'd do it for a nickel.
Kilo Sierra Alpha says 1 million.
That's not even enough money.
C137 says 5,000. He also says to
I'd
be
do
fair,
it for
I've
some
done it
taco
free.
ticos.
$201.
$112.
Come on, guys, give me something. Xavier, what do you got?
I produce a Terrifier too.
500,000. And then Linda Ayre says Dionne Warwick. So yes, you're.
Thank you.
you're
Can we
right
go back
in
to that?
exactly. Okay, so let's see what he.
This number is so disturbing. It's wow.
Okay, here we go.
more than that.
Would you let Sal come in your mouth for a certain amount of money? Like I'm saying $25,000.
It'd have to be start at 50. It'd have to start around 50,000.
Jesus.
$50,000. $1.380 says Bobby. $50,000, my friends.
And Casey, we have you to thank for Richard Christie because he'd never be on that show if he wasn't
Exactly.
writing
Thanks.
songs about you. Thank you
Casey's
for that,
next
Casey.
favorite.
Thanks.
That I mean, is this like? I mean, this is the gay for play kind of things they have to do to stay on the air. I mean, 50 grand. I mean, that's like nothing. I mean, literally, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Nothing.
And then
Tiger
they probably
Lily has
take
a
tax
prize.
out of it, so it's probably made like 30,000 at the end of the day.
What's Buckwald's cut?
Exactly.
Think about
10%.
that.
Yeah.
$50,000.
50 grand.
This is a 70-year-old man that needs to hear this non-tent, this absolute hot garbage. This guy's going to be 70.
I mean,
This is
that's
how-
as homosexual as you can get. I
Yeah.
mean, really. I mean, that is flaming right there.
That's exactly. If you don't think
homosexual.
he's gay, why does a 70-year-old man need to do this on his show? Which
For
is
50
very,
grand,
very few
I
of them.
mean,
It's disgusting. Honestly, I can't even imagine.
Jesus.
And I'm sure they'll talk about it. Yeah, Bobby says, thank you. I love you all. I want to thank Radio Gunk and Jesus.
Well, my favorite quarterback / punter from the University of Western Kentucky.
You're so right, Gina. And I've been doing it for free all these years. It's so true.
Ooh.
It's so true. It's so true. God damn it. All right. So we're going to move on from the disgusting gay cum talk. And
That's my
we're
favorite.
And we're going to talk a little bit about Howard on Twitter. So Howard starts this whole big to-do about Twitter and the fact that now that Elon Musk has taken over, Robin can't seem to get it correct, apparently, because she thinks he wants $7 to have the blue check mark.
How'd
And
you get
Howard
$7?
feels like that's, I know, Howard feels like
Is
that's
that what
still
Don Bockwald cut? What the
too
fuck?
much. Yeah, I know. It's just kind of weird.
She's literally retarded, dude.
She's totally retarded. We know that. Okay, so here's how we're talking about not paying for Twitter. Here we go.
They want to charge you to be verified. You know that blue check? If you're famous,
Yeah,
they
the
put by your name.
$7 a month fee
No,
to be
that's not-
verified.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care if I'm verified, so take it away. Who gives a fuck? I thought it was helping Twitter because they're like, hey, we got this famous guy on here. And
Okay, he thought he was helping Twitter because, yeah, we got this famous guy
He
on
hasn't
here.
posted anything on Twitter in 10 years.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah,
10
and his
years.
channel takes no comments.
Wait a minute. So he ripped on JD for telling that he got married on Twitter, if I remember correctly. And now he's helped Twitter. Wait a minute, you just lambasted Twitter not that long ago.
hey, who gives a
saying
fuck?
you
I thought it
shouldn't
was
have
helping
taken-
Twitter because they're like, hey, we got this famous guy on here, and that makes the platform more valuable. But
He thinks that he's a famous guy who makes the platform more valuable. Think about that for a second.
Okay, the
guys.
real question, Mel, the real
Mm.
question is, what's Beth going to do about her check mark?
Oh, she's got Instagram.
He's more into
sweetheart.
Instagram.
No,
It's
Yeah,
no.
not
Go to
Instagram.
Twitter. You know, but she's such
I
a
understand
fucking-
that.
she's such a wannabe fucking
Now,
star.
does that
or
mean
whatever,
does
fucking
that
whatever.
mean that the people that currently have blue check marks they go away if you don't pay the $8
We're gonna
Correct.
find out.
Correct.
Well, that was the
Interesting.
thing, Monique. We talked
like
about
the way that works.
staff, right? All the obscure people on that site were getting blue check marks because he had a connection and he had
Right.
an in at Twitter, and that's no longer the case.
Correct.
There's absolutely
No.
no advantage at all. And like Xavier said, you couldn't do less on Twitter than he does. I'm going to save it for the show. You're not saving it. Could you imagine every random thought you had on Twitter? Like, you're going to save it for this show. You just refuse
the last
to tweet.
thing, and here, there's a little bit of history. The last thing Howard ever did on Twitter,
Yeah.
he did it 2 years in a row, is when Beth and him called people on the phone that posted
New
their
Year's?
phone number
Yeah,
for
yeah,
New
yeah,
Year's when they
yeah.
were drunk. That's literally that was like at least 10 years ago now.
You know what? Somebody should check it because he said the last thing he did tweet apparently about Bruce Springsteen going to be on the
You mean
show
whoever
or
manages his
something
account.
like that. I wouldn't
Yeah,
know because
John
I
Hine?
blocked, but apparently that's the last thing that he tweeted. And he also talked about how when private parts, he thought he was being innovative.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That was
do I have
that was
that?
more than 10 years ago,
So-
bro.
He was
Yeah,
answering questions about private parts airing on, was it HBO or something like that?
No, it's USA Network, I think.
That was one time. Yeah, USA Network was definitely one of the times. And that's probably a long time ago, though. Time's going
Dude,
really
it's
fast.
been a
now.
minute, bro.
For all we know, that could be 10 years ago.
It's
saw
like
that.
So,
it's in
so
the
he
early
said
2000s,
he was,
bro.
yeah, he said he was being innovative because he would post commentary whilst Private Parts was playing on the air. You know, if it was playing somewhere.
Autobots is
And
VH1, Monique.
And then he decided, why would I give them this content?
Right,
You know,
right,
when
right.
I could do it for
On my show.
myself.
And then he never did it.
Never did.
And right, and he never did it. And so he thinks that he was important to them. Like he thinks that he's a famous person and that he thinks him being there is important to Twitter. I'm
No.
just fascinated by
He is
this.
he is literally old man yelling at cloud at this point.
Yes, of course
Yeah.
he
He
is.
really
Of course
is,
he
dude.
is.
I mean, there's no way around it. He's an old dude, just fucking full of delusions, yelling at the fucking wall.
He also has
Yeah.
no digestible thoughts without 70 people writing for him, left to his own
Exactly.
devices on his own.
He basically though through a lot of this is just repeating really stupid talking points about Twitter, and it is amazing how
Is he really, or is he,
how-
he's
how-
just? I think he's just delusional, bro. I think he's just an
oh
old
no
dude
no
that
but
just.
Oh, there's always
this
that,
part's
yeah.
delusional, but
Yeah.
he repeats a lot of talking points that it's just it's amazing how people
It's
get
Yahoo News. It's
Bon
Yahoo
Jovi's
News.
Yeah,
and
spot on.
delusions.
It's a
That's all it
director's
is, bro.
comment. There's nothing innovative about it. Director's
Exactly.
commentaries have been around since the
And
late
if he
90s.
had if he had not been the ruination of Reicher Pictures, maybe there would have been a
There's
director's
he,
no
he helped
extras.
sink that company
There's no
bad.
extras
Only
on that
DVD with
DVD.
no extras.
Wait,
Only
Platforms, I wonder
DVD.
why.
That's exactly
They
right.
had a 20. It was out over 25 years ago, and never did a 25-year anything. He did nothing for it.
No
You
deleted
realize that?
scenes, no comment.
Nothing.
It's just the easiest thing in the world, though.
25 years this year.
He did the
Nothing.
deleted wife though.
That's true.
Oh, nice. All right, so we're moving on a little bit. This was a little close to the sun.
Vigorous.
We have mentioned this, I don't know, like 1,000 times about how Beth is like this decade's Pia Zadora. Well, certainly like
Poor Pia, man.
Well,
What'd she do?
the
Pia
aughts.
Zadora had some talent at least.
Well, I
Some.
guess so. I remember Pia Zadora when she was a little
Whoa.
girl and she was in
Cute.
Santa from Mars or Mars Needs Santa or
Yeah.
remember that movie?
Mhm.
I
And
do,
she
and
was
I remember
Yeah,
Pia
no, I
on the
don't.
cover of Steppin' Out magazine, Monique. And
Was she really?
yeah, no, I'm just kidding. It's a Beth joke.
No, actually that was on MS. That movie was on MST3K. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
Mars
movie.
Needs Santa. Yeah.
Mars Needs Santa or something like that. But it was a little too close to the sun. So I don't know why they were talking about it. I think Ronnie's birthday was just last week. And just let's all remember that Ronnie's only 3 years older than Robin. But Ronnie had a birthday. Ronnie's actually sounding a little old, by the way. And somebody mentioned it on the forum today as well. I'm not sure how much of Ronnie I have in this, but it's how we're talking about Pia Zadora and why she was famous.
For those of you who don't know who this woman is, Pia Zadora was a woman. She married a guy named Meshulam Riklis, I think his name was. I remember this
Yes,
because
Why'd
I
you know
was
this?
fascinated.
Shuli Dicklin.
No, what I'm saying is Pia Zadora was a woman who married this very wealthy guy.
Santa Claus versus the Martians. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
That was on MST3K.
She's so cute in that. If you can pull it up, Dennis, I'll put it up.
Monique,
And
leave it to
he
the 33-year-old David to answer that
Of
question.
course he knows.
He's
He was
no
there.
business. Nobody's there. He's no
He
business.
wrote the
to answer, like-
soundtrack.
No, what I'm
The
saying
soundtrack, he scored it.
is Pia Zadora was a woman who married this very wealthy guy, and he bankrolled her career. And he put out commercials for her and everything else, and she became famous. And he just wanted her career to take off. The guy was madly in love with Pia
Wow.
Zadora, and she did because she did have a certain degree of fame. And yeah,
And,
she's
that movie Butterfly, she won a Golden Globe, I think.
for those of you who don't
Got
know
it.
who this woman is, she was
Sorry, I did it too much. Yeah. Well,
I got it.
Wow,
Mm.
talk about lack of self-awareness.
Totally. Totally.
Kylo agrees with you, Monique. Kylo, you always want Kylo's props. Beth is Pia Zadora.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
this was Vigorous.
A less
I mean, he
talented
was
Pia
like
Zadora.
in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though,
I mean,
Pia
come on, let's be
Zadora
honest.
actually had-
Charo had more fucking talent than fucking Beth.
Jesus Christ. Did you find
Yeah,
it?
it's on there. You share it. Get ready. It's all ready to share. There you go.
Oh,
That's
look,
Pia-
she was so cute. Can
She's
you
so
actually open that?
cute.
Can you actually open that so we can see it?
Sure. Hold on. Let me go in and see if I can make where it goes.
Yeah, see if you can make
Oh, here
that.
comes the copyright strike.
That's the YouTube.
Copyright strike in 3,
Oh, it's
2,
YouTube.
1.
That's the YouTube. Hold on. YouTube.
Yeah,
yeah,
just
right
go to
here,
the
we
next
got
one.
this
Go
one.
go to the one. Go to the other one.
Which
There
other
she
one?
is. She's so cute.
This one right here. That's her right there.
Oh, it's too small, Dan.
Too small. I can go visit the site.
No, just go up a little bit. You can
Go up. Okay, which one?
The one right there, like number 1 or number 2.
This one right here.
Is she in blackface?
No.
Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
She's
She's
in green
blackface.
face. I put her up. Can you put that up, or is it you two?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get it. Let me grab this.
Okay.
That's a great joke, David. P is Adoris for the Golden Globes, as Beth
Wait,
is for Mom
isn't it
Caves.
There we go. That's her right there.
Which one? The one on the
Wait,
left?
why
Yeah.
are we talking about Pia
No, I
Sedora?
thought it was her.
again?
She's comparing her to Beth.
Here
Monique
it
compared
is.
her to Beth.
Pia Zadora.
Evian
there.
Gonzalez.
But why did Howard bring her up? What was the?
Oh, they were talking about Ronnie had a birthday party, and Pia Zadora apparently
He was singing at the restaurant.
At the restaurant singing.
Oh, copy that.
Is it
Yeah.
Monique? Is it Evie? Is it Elian Gonzalez, Casey, or Poland Spring Gonzalez?
Oh,
I'm not sure which.
Ellen Gonzalez
hold
got
on. I
Cuban
got to
kid.
share.
Alien!
All right, here we go. I shared this one. Got it. Okay, so there it is. I blew it up.
There you
So
go.
That's
Now,
her right there on the right. That's Pia Zadora as a child.
Right. Now do the plus screen, plus the screen, so we can zoom it a little bit. Shift plus.
Oh no!
Oh, this is taking too much time.
Right
she
there.
is. There's little Pia.
Control scroll.
Control scroll. Yeah, she is in blackface, isn't she?
She is.
That's
in
racist,
blackface.
Pia. That's racist.
Mammy.
Alien
Well, hello there, Pia
appropriation.
Zadora.
Hello there, Pia. Hello.
Hello there, Santa.
Okay, so let's move on.
Now we're gonna.
Let's move on.
No, move on, please, for the love of God. Okay, so our final clip for the night is him talking about when he ran a blog site and how it just didn't work out, and his rationale for why it didn't work out, which will lead us into some clippage that.
But at the same point, it's the Wild West out there. I was telling the story the other day. Back in the day, early day of the internet, I was going to have the Howard Stern bulletin board. I stopped it because I couldn't regulate what people were saying. I didn't have the resources to regulate it. It would have been a very popular item on howardstern.com. But if I couldn't regulate it and watch it, I didn't want to be responsible for people killing each other, for people threatening each other's lives. I didn't want to be in that business of regulating other people and what they say.
So let's all laugh at him because we all know that the whole reason he didn't want it is because they were making fun of him.
Yeah,
they were calling him, big nosed Jew bastard. They were fucking around.
That was me, by the way.
Beth.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody was getting their addresses.
All of you are responsible for that.
The Howard Stern bulletin board.
Actually, no. Actually, I did have that handle. Joe.
What?
Howard's big Jewish nose.
Did you really?
Did you really?
Did you really?
I did. That was me.
Okay.
Confession.
Did you really?
I swear to God.
Monique, can I say the real reason why he had the bulletin boards? It was
Yes,
not for any benevolence. It wasn't anything. He needed a place to shuck and sell. The huckster needed a place to sell Sirius because he thought he was being taken off the air by the Bush administration for the FCC. So the real reason was he needed a place to get the message out to sell Sirius because the message board would remain if he got kicked off the air. That's the real reason. He never said it. I mean, that's just kind of that's the inside dirt.
So let's go back in time with a phenomenal article that John pulled up, and I remember when this happened. I remember.
Monique, one last thing. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you know how he's? We always talk about how the fall of 2004 all through 2005 was an infomercial for Sirius. If that shit didn't exist, he'd have no place to sell Sirius. So that's what the message board was. And when he remained, he killed the message board because he couldn't take the heat, like you just said.
Wow,
between that was a totally different site, bro.
Well, the thing is, it was going to be Infinity was going to frigging take him off the air, not the FCC.
But babe, seriously, he went on for a year about Sirius.
I know
Infinity taking him down. They're such idiots. Yep. Seriously. Well, I mean, I don't know what the tipping point was for them, but
he had to paint himself as a martyr, Dennis. From Michael Powell and the FCC.
But I do remember about 6 months before they left that Gary came in and like we always say that, so that's when the started.
Yes.
That's when that started.
You're right, Shellback's Club. How wasn't he investigated for insider trading and
He
other
was.
grifts he pulled off?
He was.
But he got the best lawyers, so he
When
got off.
remember when Charlie went on the Neil Cavuto show and accused him of
Yes.
insider trading? Martha
He
Stewart.
did.
Yep.
So I love this, and some of you kids may not remember this, but before we had
No.
RadioGunk.com, we were all part of this other website that is now just a pay-for-play site, and I'm not even going to mention them because who cares? But we were all there, and when I started the podcast, and people started giving me shit on there for various and sundry reasons, we decided to leave. Right. So I had already put together the RadioGunk.com site, which was just supposed to be for the podcasts. And we added on the forum portion to it. And a bunch of people left with me, which I will forever be appreciative of. But at the time, we were all still at this dog shed, right? And so we and people were really, really bad there. I mean, it was just really bad. So Howard Stern's wife and children attacked by online bullies. Shock jock vows to go to war. And let me read a little bit of this to you. Is the king of all media the target of a band of jokers? It appears that way. A rogue troop of Howard Stern fans turned haters have relentlessly waged war on the 59-year-old, taking personal pop shots via Twitter and on other online resources, such as Dog Saloon, a Stern-based message board. Much of the vitriol has been focused on Stern's perceived transformation from the rebellious shock jock of the 90s to a satellite radio scion accepted into the mainstream, as evidenced by his high-profile gig.
Wait,
on
Monique, can you
NBC's
stop for 1 second? Just 1 second.
yeah.
Do you recognize our buddy Adam Levy's prose there on Radar Online? We should bring up the author
Adam
of
is
this,
awesome.
Adam Levy. We love
Oh
Adam
my god!
Levy.
Oh my
Belt
god!
shoes.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh,
okay, hold
those are
on.
very comfortable shoes, by the way.
Yes, quite.
Okay,
fuss.
so while Stern is certainly no slouch to the battle and can verbally incinerate with the best of them, some of the bullying has been focused at his family, most notably his wife since 2008, model Beth Ostrowski, and his 3 daughters. The radio legend has been fiercely protective and private regarding his family in recent years, rarely mentioning them on his program. When Stern's oldest daughter, Emily, we're coming back to her, released an album late last year, posters repeatedly mocked her track Zuzanzu, constantly
Can't imagine why.
and adding it to hashtags and tweets, a sly play on Stern's fans' notorious Baba Booey shoutouts in news and radio stations. One YouTube user named Armand Quasi has made a number of phony phone calls dropping esoteric references to the radio star while mentioning the phase. Here we go. Phrase. In the Twitter sphere, 2 notable handles, at Not My Bro and at Gary Puppet, who, by the way, has gone through 17 changes since then.
17.
Have
17
been
was like 5
aggressive.
years ago.
Maybe he'll be fine now.
Have been aggressive in their jabs, frenetically tweeting insult after insult at the Long Island native. In some instances, they've even used images taken from his wife and daughter's Instagram and Facebook pages in a presumable effort to bait a response. Stern addressed the issue on his radio show last week, saying, "I'm subject to cyberbullying every day on that Twitter. I got a guy now who's finding out the real names and occupations of, what do you do for a living? Of what these people who do bully me. I'm kind of a fighter. So there's this one dude, 36 years old from California. There's a couple of others. I'm just going to learn about them and make them tick and what they do."
How'd that work
what
out?
makes them tick. Yeah.
How'd
I'm
that
all
work
about
out?
that. I'll go to war with anyone. I'm a warrior. Let's do it. Ouch. We wouldn't want to be on his bad side. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam Levy.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Adam
Yeah.
Levy.
And here we are.
And here we are. You did
Here
nothing.
Oh, Monique.
we are.
Big
Remember,
sissy.
Adam Levy now works for the Daily Mail. Howard had him fired, we should say. I should
Yeah.
proudly say that. Howard had Adam Levy fired. He now works for the Daily Mail. They scrubbed out his name and put Gary Santos over there instead of it. Look at that.
Interesting.
Holy shit. I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
That was an Adam
Wow.
Levy piece.
That was
Yeah, it
Adam
was.
Levy,
100%
100%.
that
They
was Adam.
scrubbed his name out.
You know,
Motherfucker.
the irony of this is the same man that had talked about Kathy Lee Gifford's kids, that
Yes.
Cody was going to be a
Yes.
drug addict, and
Yes.
Cassidy was going to end up in some sort of weird
Gay.
homosexual. Yeah.
Steven Spielberg's
yeah.
kids, the list goes
Yeah,
on and on.
Steven
Radio
Spielberg,
Gunk
black
Dennis
kids.
came together because of Chet
Yeah.
Hayes, Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah.
That's how we
Indeed.
started this podcast. It was the first episode because
Yes,
of
yeah.
Adam Levy and Chet Hayes. That's how this all started.
The balls on him. I mean, it always just every time I see that, the balls on him to even comment on that when how about Regis's flipper foot kid?
Yes.
He went on for him about 2 months. 2 months he was
and then
ripping
goes on to live in the
Regis.
same building.
Dude, didn't he do like 6 months on Spielberg's kid? Hello,
Yes.
daddy.
Hello, daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he really is
Yeah.
a thin-skinned pussy.
He's a
dude.
pussy.
bitch.
He really is just a
He
pussy.
really is a thin skin.
We're going to move on just a little bit. Speaking of Emily Stern, and yeah, okay, you know what? All you people who are like, oh, why do you pick on the kids?
And not kids. She's a 40-year-old woman.
She's almost
40-year-old.
40.
She's putting
Like
out
she's
content on
literally
YouTube.
going to be 40. So Emily, I guess, decided that she needed to, and she's just flowing with creative juices lately.
Production
And
value and everything.
she decided that she needed to, first off, she went into the studio, which Bon Jovial is always so excited about. And she started to actually record some music, which wasn't just the C and D chord being strummed on her shitty guitar, but it actually had production values. But before she did that, she decided to write a poem. And Mr. Feeney has decided to read that poem to us because it's just so spectacular and just so special.
To urge
that
everyone to vote, and she's
yes, this is to encourage
For
you to
election
vote.
day.
Hold on, I'm going to make the whole screen this so that you can all appreciate the magnitude of her words. Also, the way she's able to construct a poem and pull together a sentence and just make these really special words go into some sort of poetic prose is just really kind of fascinating. So here's the poem, but let's listen to Mr. Feeney do it for us, shall we? And I gotta make sure I get the volume right on this.
I Vote Blue, a poem by Emily Stern. Roses are red, violets are blue. Violence is red, rubies are red.
Is red.
Your eyes are blue. The sky is blue. I am red. I bled on my sheets and through my jeans, making puddles on the seat. I bled in his bed. I
Whose
bled
bed?
on the white couch.
Okay,
and
Whitney.
I stained it red. The police wear blue, and her
Fuck your
bedroom,
couch.
because we assumed she was a boy, was blue. In a moment of division and world-changing decisions, I vote for pink ribbons that herald scientific advances, for the brightest pink Planned Parenthood sign, for rainbow flags, and for black lives, for the environment and the green design, for schools to teach many hues of truth. I vote blue, but most importantly, to you, Zoo Sa.
There's no way she doesn't drive a Subaru.
Oh yeah, she drives one of those outback.
Dude,
Thank you,
she's-
Mooney.
Definitely
she
drives
is
a
driving-
Subaru Outback.
She's double
Brilliant.
fisted a Subaru.
Violence is
Thank
red.
you.
Rubies are
I
red.
What's my favorite line? I think herald scientific advances is my favorite line in the whole
So, and she definitely drives a Outback with an automatic because there ain't no stick anywhere near her.
So even though we're not going to play it, even though we're not going to play
Oh, we
it,
gotta play that. We gotta play that
Thank you,
last
guys.
drop she had.
I can
Thank you.
see she's got like a faded Bernie 2016 sticker still on the bumper.
oh Jesus Christ! Exactly, she has.
Upload
Wow.
that. I'll
Wait,
send you
hold
the-
on. Let me see if I can find the. Let me see if I can find the thread. Oh, Bon Jovi just killed me with this though. It was so
Oh,
funny. Just the whole thing. So, oh my God, and Cousin Chips too. Just
the video he made.
oh God, I wish there
God,
was
that
music
video
to
he
it.
made. The
It's
GIF.
just
The GIF.
delicious. So let me just show you guys how we all fucked with this today. All right, we have to play a little bit of it. I'm sorry, we just have to. Just give me a second. Let me
I just
Jesus
fell asleep and
Christ.
woke up.
Why is someone reading How's Your News Poetry Edition? Oh, I wish I was on my computer. I would go right into How's Your News. Wait, hold on.
ASM arm, Casey. You go to sleep too.
Zuza.
Hey, how's your news? Would you like to sing a tune? Would you like to chase your blues away? Gather your friends with you, yeah. And switch on the news. Turn on the tube. You don't need a news. How's your news?
Wow.
That's so funny.
That is so ridiculous. It's just
Dory
yeah.
Martin goes, Marianne Williamson would cringe at Emily's turn. That's so funny. That's such a funny political joke.
Oh my God. Okay,
Casey, would you like Mr. Feeney to narrate your book? Please.
Okay, so let's play a little bit of her and then let's go to some of the goofing that occurred when this came on. So here we go. What I'm Made Of by Emily's turn.
Why is she always in front of a mirror?
Always.
She's always in front of a fucking mirror.
It looks like Howard.
I know what you are made of. Lakes and single sounds.
Lakes, single sounds.
Fallen
leaves. The disappointed child as he sleeps.
The disappointed
With flying
child
visions
as he sleeps.
inside his sheet. I'll tell you what's inside his sheet.
Flying visions
the,
his
graphics.
sheets.
She does these herself, you know.
Grandma used to
Grandma
knit.
used to knit.
She
Made
made
a pink blanket.
Blanket.
She told me what little girls are made
What, sugar, spice,
of.
and everything that's nice.
Sugar and spice.
Sugar.
Dude, this is fucking
and
horrible.
everything that's nice.
You know we're gonna get a copyright strike for this. Can we stop this?
I
Yeah,
did stop
right.
it.
Literally,
I
we're
did
gonna
stop
get. This is gonna make the show not airable.
it. Okay, so with that, of course, everybody music
Cherry
videos that
pie.
do a visual representation of
He
the lyrics is
died.
something a 9-year-old
Janie
would
Lane.
create on their iPad,
Yeah.
says Xavier. So of course it goes into so here, the traveling white globule of moisturizer on her face was driving me insane. So I had to show it all to you guys. Okay, I made a GIF out of it. Okay,
Oh
here
yeah,
we go.
it just doesn't want to
Watch.
go away.
Here it goes
does
on
it?
her nose. Then it moves down to her nose, or down here. Then it goes down to her lip over there.
It never went away. What the hell is that?
It's a globule. So it's like moisturizer when it gets like
Dry?
cold, and so it just kind of coagulates. So I don't know what the
Doesn't
fuck
that
she's
look like? But doesn't
doing
that look
here.
like? Sorry, doesn't that look like
See,
Howard? Like when he's in
this-
drag?
Totally.
I'm serious.
Totally.
Jesus.
Homemade
This is what
organic
happens.
moisturizer.
This is what happens when you're 5 years old and you walk in on
And
Jessica
see-
Hahn licking your dad's booty.
No,
hole.
Ralph. Ralph licking your dad.
Oh,
I
I'm
know, I
done.
know. Just look away.
I
Just
am
look
done.
away.
Good night, guys. I am done.
Just look away.
Are we to think that's not
I am
projection
done.
in that song, though, and she's the disappointed child in the
So
song?
here's Cousin Chips, which I thought was hysterical.
This is-
So he
this is
made
great.
Who
a
posted it? I want to ban them right now.
Cousin
And I
Chips
have the
made like
power
a
to do
just
it.
scary.
This is
This is Cousin Chips GIF of her video. Look at it. I wish there was sound to
Horror
this.
Asylum.
It's delicious. How great is that? How great is that?
So
That is
good. I
so
wonder how long it took him
apropos.
to do that.
She's a loon. Yeah, so that's
in a
that
belfry,
was
baby.
Okay, so I was going to get to in a second. Hold on, I'm going to go back to this in 1 second. In other news from today, which we have to make fun of, would be this little tidbit from Stupid Graham. Hold on a second, let me get to it.
Which one?
You know the
There's
one.
so
Oh,
many
the
great
Dad, I'm
tidbits from
home.
Stupid Graham.
Give me a second.
She's a
Bef-
Maryland native, right, Monique? She's a resident of Maryland.
I guess.
Emily, yeah, according to Gary Puppet. Who I trust
Okay.
implicitly.
Luxury
Okay.
apartments.
I don't think it's that
Guys.
luxury. So who cares? Okay, here we go. This was a classic for today. And here we go. So this was posted on Stupidgram today.
Jesus.
And there's Howard in his shoes. Dad's back from work.
Why? Oh, I'm disappointed they're not pre-distressed, Monique.
Yeah,
Dad's back from work.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh, look who it is. It's Dad.
Plumber. Yep.
He's back from work.
He's a dude that was on the other side of the door for 2 hours today.
Exactly. See that door right there? He walked through it. That's how far he had to go. I know.
It's like the seal that she is delusional.
She's insane.
She is so fucking whacked. There's no words to describe it anymore.
No, there's
she
no.
lives in this convoluted, fucked up fantasy world where she believes everybody thinks that they are literally the incarnation of a Disney princess.
Oh, but look at that, Xavier. He's wearing shoes on the white carpet.
Yeah, exactly. Wait.
son of a bitch.
My point is, all right, you're doing your show from your house. You're shot from the waist up, but you're still wearing these ridiculous skinny jeans. I mean, seriously.
Well, he's got to wear something. What's he
Well, no,
supposed
you
to
wear
wear?
shorts or something. I mean, because you're shot from the waist up. I mean,
You think he dressed for this picture, Dennis? You
he
think
dresses for the
put
show
different
because
shit
he's
on
on
for the
TV.
picture?
Look at
he
that
just came
carpet.
home.
That carpet.
Hey, he's exhausted. He just got back from work, John. Give him
Work.
Give him some
from the other side
slack.
of that door. You're right.
Work where your employees come in each other's mouth. That's the labor, everyone. That's his work.
Brought to you by the very
she
famous
had the
aforementioned Gary puppet that was in an article from
Yeah.
10 years ago. So yeah,
Jesus.
still there. Here,
And
David says back from work equals from one room to another. Beth probably
Yes.
still believes people aren't
Absolutely.
there when they do peekaboo.
Hey,
Oh my
well,
God.
now that-
He's back
How
from
does-
work.
How does
Look
Beth
at that
react when they
carpet.
do got your nose? I mean, does it freak out?
But it's so funny. It's in keeping with what we always say. But anytime you're not going to see any more of Castle Gayskull than that. That's all they're going to give you. She ain't
But-
panning up 2 inches because
Guys,
he won't let her. You ain't
Am
getting
I the only
any
one that's
more.
noticing the absurdity of how white that carpet is?
Why?
It doesn't even look like it's left the factory yet.
I
look at
would
that.
think
There's
if
not
black is slimming, they would have everything black. So Howard feels the same here.
No. Listen, can we
That's
appreciate how
ridiculously
white? Think about
Sweetheart,
the beatings
when you have
Consuela
when you
has
have
taken.
10,000 square feet of carpeted
Still,
area,
dude.
there's an odds that you'll be able to miss out on staining most of it because you
Bro,
never
but
are
that
there.
is ridiculous. There's
Look
not.
They
how
don't
white
eat. What are they
everything
going to
is.
stain him
There's
with?
nothing. There's not even a dust bunny. Nothing.
No.
No.
Wine
Oh,
stains.
that's
Nothing.
Consuela
That
works her ass
sick.
off.
That is sick.
Is this
that carpet
tiled
is
on
that
the
white.
sides? Is this like the tile?
Yes,
This
that's
painted
disturbing.
tile?
That is awful. That's
Oh,
truly,
God.
truly awful.
Dude,
I
when
love-
I open the toothpaste, it's not as white. That is crazy.
I love the
Jesus.
thought
Are
of a
those
drunken.
Skechers? Are
Yeah.
those Skechers?
Yes, I
Look
would
at, there's
think.
no
Yeah.
dirt.
Those
Look,
are
there's no
Skechers.
dirt on those shoes. There's no dirt
They're-
on that carpet. There's no dirt on that cat or that wall.
Those
Nothing.
shoes. Wait, you gotta remember, those shoes have never left that house.
Bro,
They're Skechers Varvatos line.
it is.
Monique.
It's
Exactly.
disturbing.
Sketcher by
That
Varvatos.
is like,
That's-
you know what? Like, the Webb telescope. And they had that clean room that they all had to go through to get to work. Where they assembled the Webb telescope isn't as clean as that fucking room.
The carpet has privilege, says Aaron Taylor.
It does.
Carpet is so white it has privilege. It pays more taxes than most
That's
Hispanics.
the whitest thing I've ever seen.
Dude,
I love.
that is disturbing.
That is a classic cream Berber, my friends. And
That's
so
That's
whatever the
whiter
fuck that
than
is. That is.
Johnny Carson. I mean, that's pretty white.
It's whiter than his
Do you
ass.
think they fire Consuela on the spot if they find like a dust bunny? in that
Oh,
house?
absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Okay.
you
So
think do you think Beth kicks her like in the balls before
we
she
were
fires
just
her?
thrilled with the fact that he came home from work and everybody's so excited about it. You know, Dad's back. Dad's back.
Yeah, that cat looks really excited.
Happy Helen. Dad's back from work, everybody.
Helen Rose.
It literally looks
will be.
fake.
Helen weighs more than Howard does.
Yeah, that is the whitest fucking carpet.
I love the thought of a purple stained teeth Beth running through with spilling wine all over that red wine teeth Beth.
These shoes have never seen the outdoors.
Never.
I told you they've never left
That
the
is-
house.
Yeah.
It's like
I bet you those are cheaper than the UFOs I was just looking at.
He doesn't need shoe goo at any point. He doesn't pronate.
There's just
Okay.
something really disturbing about that fucking picture.
I know.
Robin, my
It's
feet
really-
need to lose 15 pounds.
He can stand to lose.
It did post a picto of Yoda later on, like the last.
Oh
picto
yeah,
of
I
the
posted
day.
it. It's really sad.
It's disturbing.
Look at
It
Crazy
is-
Robin, says Monique. A new pair
Right,
every
right.
day.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I go
mean,
with that too.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't have to though. I mean, he doesn't go.
Anywhere.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes. He doesn't have to go anywhere. Beth admitted to sleeping in separate rooms last week. When we
Yes,
see
she
each
did,
other in the
shell
morning,
bags.
we're so happy. I think
Yeah.
I missed that one.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
they
that one
did.
either.
I missed that clip. Okay, so I want to play going back to Aaron.
Guillermo, the pool boy, snores, so Howard has to have them sleep in a different
That's
room.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to go to a little bit
Yeah,
of
that's true.
Howard with Aaron Carter now, just to kind of swing and finish off the night tonight.
Can I
So,
save the other stuff for tomorrow, Monique?
we absolutely can, and I
Okay.
have
Well,
all of
that's
it.
I'll
what
get
So,
that.
O'Brien.
I'll get that and Conan stuff. I can.
Conan.
okay, brilliant. All right, so this is just kind of harkening back to Aaron Carter, and here's just a couple of clips of him with the Carter brothers.
Actual resume. You boys really have lived life. You know what? It's almost sad.
You know, I have to thank him
Yeah.
for this
Your brother.
escapade of serious
Don't
love
thank
sex.
me. Don't thank me.
It's weird. I mean, you know.
I had to be listening by the door when I was like 11, so
He
What
was
the
actually.
age gap
for sure.
here?
there's 8 years.
8 years. All right.
Years.
It's pretty big.
Are you guys
Tied
close?
in
Or
there.
you two guys and your two sisters?
Three sisters.
Three. I hear they're hot.
Yeah,
How old are
you
they?
might like them.
How old are
Ooh.
those sisters?
I have a sister,
Yeah.
and then BJ's 24.
BJ.
BJ, Bobby Jean. BJ, she
BJ.
got a lot of slack for that in school. No, Bobby Jean, she's 24, and then Leslie's 19. No,
Is your-
20 actually now.
But you guys don't live with your parents at all. You're estranged from your
No.
mother. You don't
Yeah.
talk to your father. A whole thing like that, right? That's cool. I'm trying to work that out
Are
with
you,
my.
are you
Sing, do talent shows around Tampa, where I'm
Uh-huh.
originally from.
Dennis is in those.
He was born there
She
also.
put you in the talent shows and all
You
that
know,
shit.
like
He was good from the get-go, though.
millions and millions of dollars, Backstreet Boys,
Yeah.
right?
would you say you're extremely wealthy?
Not as much as I probably should be.
Really?
Is that because your mom took a lot of your money?
I'm not gonna blame anything on everybody and anybody because you know you gotta pick up from now and move on.
Right.
What year is this?
This is 06. This is like. Oh, by the way, Monique, in the same day, we always talk about how you can't have two guests. Bruce Hornsby, them, John Stamos, and Red Peters all on the same day.
Jesus Christ! All in
Yeah.
one day.
All on the same day.
See, now if he was going to have them in today, he'd have them in for like 3 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be painful.
That's exactly right.
Painful.
But you're still set for life?
I'm good.
You-
I'm
you
good.
feel like
I'm not
you-
as good as the other boys.
You feel like you're missing some money, don't you?
I absolutely am, and I wasn't to the point in my life
We all
where.
feel like that.
I'm not to the point right now where I'm gonna cry over spilled milk. you
No,
know?
like
So
here's
it's
why
you
you
know, move on.
Wow. Okay, so that's clip number one. I'm
Lest
needing
you
to-
think Howard feels sorry for him, he loves to hear that. He loves that classic Schadenfreude Howard. He loves to know he's richer than his kids. He loves it.
Oh, of
there's-
course he
there's
does.
no
Of
empathy.
course he does.
Or sympathy.
The Kennedys of Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's a stretch, Benjamin. That's a stretch. The Kennedys of Tampa.
All right, so now we're going to talk about. Apparently, he was accused of beating up Paris
Yeah,
Hilton.
yes. I never did. Anyone hear the story? I did not.
I don't know
that.
the story at all.
Yeah, this is
I
good
don't know
old school
either.
gossip.
Dave, you
from-
know the story at all?
I do not.
Yeah, this is
I
kind of
don't know
interesting.
this.
Let's take a listen.
I worked for 12 years. I started, like, I don't know, probably about 6 years before he started. I started at like 6 years old.
So before you get on the
Never
scene,
even went to high school.
really?
Never.
I'm
Never
going to get to
stepped
you.
foot.
I'm going to get to you in a
Oh,
second. but
proud
I
of
wanna-
that.
Right?
Yeah.
And your most recent conquest, is from the way I see it, was the Paris Hilton thing, right?
Right, that was definitely a conquest.
Dude, that's a major
Yeah,
story.
Monique, we just talked about
it's
that.
funny. Like I was actually just thinking about something I could tell you about that whole situation, and I remembered something. I remember waking up one morning, and I was in LA, and she was like, I was sleeping in her bed, and obviously we were like in the beginning of our relationship, and she was just like so, like paranoid to.
How long did they date?
Maybe
Long
a
enough.
year.
Long,
Maybe a
right,
year.
long
to the
enough.
radio
Long enough for him to
and
get it
listen
in.
to Howard Stern.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk with Rick Solomon about her. So if she was up the earliest she's ever been up in her whole entire life,
Oh, that's funny.
and you definitely got underneath her skin.
Oh, that's good.
I was glad you did that.
Her life is so damn perfect. Someone's got to get under her
Nah.
skin. You were pretty broken up. And then she accused you of beating her,
Yeah, it was.
which really freaked you out.
It freaked me out, but at the same time, I couldn't respond to it. At that time because it was like Paris Hilton. She can do anything and say anything, and so I just kind of kept my mouth closed.
All she has, because you didn't beat her, you said.
Not at all.
And so you felt like, man, I'm looking like an asshole here. Like you felt like, man, I'm looking like an asshole here. Like
I
I'm
didn't
a
do
woman beater.
And that's the one thing my
I did
dad
that.
taught me: never to touch a woman.
Yeah.
Because what?
Yeah, you did.
Her
Beasley.
original name was Beasley.
And what was your name when she got in the newspaper?
LaFave.
LaFave. Debbie LaFave
What?
was a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay,
David
yeah,
Fergie.
Monique,
Who
pause
was
it.
that?
Sorry. He had
Oh,
sex.
she's
He
hot.
got statutory rape by his teacher, which is
Oh.
another crazy story. It's the same guy. This shit would get so much more traction if this was later on. All this stuff is way bigger now. Like all this,
All right.
these issues. You know the story, Dennis?
Yeah, I do. I wish I was statutorily raped by
That's
Debbie
it.
LaFave. Jeez.
How about
Repeatedly.
statutory raped by Mr. Feeney, Mr. Dennis?
No. That'd be a big no.
Who's
But
Debbie
look-
LaFave? I don't
All
know
right,
who that
I'll
is.
pull a picture up. She's actually really hot.
Okay. Wait, how did he get How did he get assaulted
He was in
by her?
school and he had sex
in
with his
school.
teacher. It was one of the original cases of that.
Take a
And
look
it
at
never
this.
came out, and he reveals it
Look
on
at
the show.
Good picture of her. Oh yeah, there we go.
All right.
Oh,
Can you pull
there
it
we
up
go.
actually, and not just a
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now because it deserves
something on the side,
It deserves
its own?
its own window. Yeah, because it is that good.
Okay, we're waiting.
Hold on, hold on.
We have 8 minutes
blowing it
left to
up.
go in the show, and then we're done. What?
All right, I'm doing this.
No,
Okay,
I'm
there
gonna-
it is.
I'm
I
gonna go.
got it. It's on.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah,
Not my
that's-
type, but
oh
I can
my
see how,
God, yes.
Super cute.
Looks
Xavier.
like
Looks like Beth
Hi,
after a
guys.
Chinese buffet.
See my
Good night, babe.
hotter than Beth.
All right, hang on. Xavier tapped out on us. All right, here we go. This is Hillary Duff and Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. He this is Aaron Carter's barely 18 here, which makes us even creepier that he's talking about this. So he's talking about
Hasn't
Go ahead, though.
hasn't everybody been with Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, but this is I
So
guess
he's what, 17 or 18 here? What
he's
is he?
just turned 18
Oh
here,
Jesus.
and Howard's getting to his. It's creepy enough. Even I don't care. Have you ever? I could be 25 and I wouldn't talk to an 18-year-old like this.
Why are you not playing for me? Hold
And
on.
I remember this. This was kind of really weird.
It's not playing. Hold on. let me
Very,
refresh.
very
Uh-oh.
Jackson Delabate, Dennis.
Yes, very
Yeah,
much so.
that's-
You got
that's an
that same
interesting,
creepy. You got that
when
same
Jack-
creepy thing with him. Yeah.
All right, hang on. Is it up here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So Aaron, you got a situation going here, man. You're pretty wild too. I mean, you're no slouch.
As a matter of fact, weren't two of the hottest stars fighting over him at one
Let's
point?
do
Who were
one
the
with
two?
two,
Yeah,
bro.
they were.
Who were the
Wasn't
two?
it Hillary Duff and Lindsay Lohan?
You banged both of them, right?
Mm,
How now? You got to talk to me.
let's talk.
Okay,
Come on.
you banged.
That's what it sounded like.
I
That's what it sounded like.
I need
Lindsay
bigger voice.
is
Wow.
really attractive, man.
She is very attractive.
Why?
She is, but Hillary, that was my true love.
But why can guys never stay with Lindsay Lohan? Like a lot of guys do her.
For me, I don't know. I was a little hot. I was a little scared.
You were scared.
I was because
It was so hot it burned when you touched it. I don't understand what's going on.
No, I don't know. I just never took it to that level with her. Like we did everything else, but yeah, this was before she really went crazy with all the guys and everything. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't like ready to open her legs right there.
Right.
She wasn't like.
Yeah. Aaron, you divorced your parents, right? Didn't you?
I never did.
You never did.
No.
They were in court,
it
but
was
You
it was
took your
coming
mom
down to it.
You took your mom to court
Look at Robin with the facts.
for
Yeah.
running off with your money or something, or what's the deal?
No, I never did.
You don't even talk to her.
No, I don't. We speak.
You do speak to your mom. Oh, I see.
He got $7 million stolen from Monique by his parents.
Which
Jesus.
Aaron.
Wow.
How much?
$7 million.
7 million?
$7 million. That was like in the end of
Damn.
the other clip, but he says it. That's all. You don't have to play it. He got $7 million
Jesus.
stolen from his parents.
Wow.
Now you know why he killed himself.
Well,
A scratch.
I kind of feel sad. I don't know. I shouldn't. I don't know. I have some sympathy. I feel so. It's all the child's like what's her Dana Plato. I don't know. I get this sad thing about that death. I thought it was very sad. I don't know.
It is
Color
sad.
me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is sad.
Seeing him
That's
there
all I
makes
can
you kind of choked up a little bit when you.
Well,
This
I
is
don't really get
16
choked.
years ago.
Not really, but
Not really.
I'm sorry. I have feelings, Dennis.
I have no
it's
feelings
sad.
for an orange butter.
It's sad in a way because if you actually step back and look at the forest and the trees, you shouldn't die. I mean, you shouldn't take your own life at that
People
point.
have problems, though, Dennis. He's got.
I know, I understand that, but I mean, it's that
Demons,
whole
demons,
perspective.
demons. It's demons.
Perspective,
I
baby,
prefer
perspective.
pathos. Thank you, Sketchy
Demons.
Press.
Welcome
The
back
next
to the
one's crazy,
pose.
Monique. They have a Michael Jackson
More?
fight. So Howard's going into all the pedo stuff, and Aaron's like, no, he's not like that. He's not like that. We had a great. So he was one of the Michael Jackson kids along the way,
Interesting.
and he defends MJ.
Yeah, but Casey, that is the guy who that is the kid who just died. I'm sure it was a drug overdose. He drowned in a bathtub and they found him that way. Whatever.
Happened.
What a
OJ said that.
bedside manner you have, Miss Monique. Whatever.
Well, you know what? He's
Just
not of
kidding.
my.
I know we don't even know him. You have no.
Yeah, I don't care.
We've
I
there's
mean,
enough
even when Michael
tragedies.
Jackson died, I didn't really care. I don't really care about people who do these things to themselves. You fuck with things, you fuck with shit, you're gonna get hurt. I mean, that's it. And I will tell you guys, I finally watched the Artie Behind the Comedy or Comedy Darkness or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was really fucking sad, you guys. Like the whole Artie life is really sad. Like he can't let go of that dad demon. And it's just really crazy.
I couldn't tell. I thought he had gotten way over it.
He also has the wrong
I mean,
idol,
he brought it up
Monique.
all the time.
All the time. All the time.
When
What
you
were we saying, Jim?
idolize Belushi and Hunter S.
Mhm.
Thompson, that's kind of a backward thing he's going for. He likes that kind of. But again, he's 50. He'll be 56 if he's not already. He just turned 56. That's crazy, right?
No,
Oh,
he should be
55.
55.
Double nickel.
Zuma Show, what are you talking about? Aaron was doing What do you mean he was doing compressed air? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I
I
don't even
guess
know
it's
what
a
that
drug.
means.
Compressed air? You mean like the can, like this
Whippets?
stuff? This is R134.
Clean my computer?
You hosed your driveway down with that, Dennis?
Is that what you spray down your keyboard with?
Yeah, and actually it's R134. Just
What does one do with
Freon.
compressed air? I don't even know from this.
I don't know.
Maybe Zuma will let us know this. Yeah, of course we all blame the latter.
God, Monique,
Whoa,
you
that's
made
a
me
little
cackle
weird.
last show when you did an intro for me. You go, this is who's on the show, and you went, this is Arm. He makes his own bagels and cuts his own hair. That's, that's my claim to fame.
Oh, Gina Bobina. Ghetto
What?
Whippets. It's a ghetto whippet.
Is it really? I don't really know from this. Oh, Bobby wants us to know that he cleans his piss hole out.
Jeez.
Thanks for
interesting.
sharing.
Oh, you huff it. All right, Dennis, let me see. Let's see how that works.
So you go and you go.
Go ahead, do it. Okay, that's not really helping.
It's R134, and that is nasty.
I don't know what R134 is.
It's Freon. That's in your air conditioning. That's what that is.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Oh,
Monique,
God.
Artie
That's
has
bringing
been
back
off the
flashbacks.
show for
Oof.
13 years.
That's amazing.
Isn't it crazy? 13
I'm not going to
years
huff
he's
it in
been
the
off the show.
bag.
Do some proper
Casey's-
coke like real gentlemen. No, you can't even really do that anymore.
No,
There's
it's
no more. You
dangerous
can't do
now.
drugs anymore.
Dangerous.
Little shot of fentanyl and you could be dead. There was this amazing article like 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, in the Times or something. It's like a New York magazine with like 4 people, random, 4 people who died from the same drug dealer dealing out the same drugs the same day. And just, and he's texting them saying, hey, dude, don't do too much of it because it's really, really powerful. And meanwhile, the girl is like dead laying on the floor. And there's like a drug dealer texting her like 6 times saying, you okay?
You're crazy, Robin. You don't have to worry. I listened to the Stern show. That kills enough brain cells. This isn't going to do anything.
That's a good point, Dennis. Nothing
Oh,
beats
it's
that.
like poor man whippets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
but
know
the thing
when we were
is-
kids? When we were kids, we used to go through like Pathmark, the grocery store, supermarket.
Pathmark.
We used to go to Pathmark, and you would go to the aisle where they had Ready Whip, and you would just like unclip it and just go and
No
put
wonder
it
it
back,
never worked.
and put it back. Yeah.
Monique, my friend had a comment about Pathmark one time. And
You
maybe,
people.
I don't know if you know it, we get what she's saying. She goes, I don't know. Pathmark is so, I don't know. It's so trashy. It's like, I
That's
look at it and
disgusting.
it's like there's yellow over it. There's this element. I can't explain it. I'm just not going in. I just won't shop there. There's a yellow haze.
Is Pathmark still
No,
around?
it's done. They're done.
Oh, I thought so.
It's gone. It's
Closed down,
sad.
like,
That
at
and
least-
ShopRite gone.
Is ShopRite gone, Dennis?
I think
ShopRite gone?
No, ShopRite's no
Still on Long
A&P.
Island.
A&P is gone.
A&P. Well, that was
A&P, that's
sad.
what-
Miss A&P.
All right, we're leaving you guys. I gotta go. It's 2 hours, and
Michael
yes,
Jackson.
time to
Monique,
go.
Michael. Never. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go. I gotta
Bye.
go. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.